The next speaker is going to talk about hot water therapy. He is an auto researcher and a discoverer of hot water therapy. He is an independent health and wellness professional, and he discovered and is a founder of the hydrothermal therapy. He authored 2 books with titles The Miracle and Wonders of Treatment from Hot Water and The Value of Well-Being and Its Secret for a Better Living. There should be still some books around if you need later. You can ask the Secretariat. He got his doctorate of philosophy degree in alternative medicine from the Indian Board of Alternative Medicine. May I now introduce to you Dr. Faris Hadjir. Okay.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm very glad again to be here for the second day. I believe most of you were here yesterday, so we can continue our slide presentation. If not, then I can start from from beginnings. I don't know how many of you were not here yesterday. So I will try to go from beginning, try to go faster. Yeah. And you may hear about hot water therapy. It's something new because I had the privilege to receive the copyright from USA Library of Congress. So we are doing our best to spread the advocacy of hot water to make sure that this simple medicine, natural medicine, can heal the world, heal people without any interference of selfishness, materialism. It's just there in front of your home. It's free, but to understand the secret that the hot water carries, how it can change you, everything about who you are, and how it is the source of creation that every human being passed through the hot water therapy before he's born. So it's an amazing factor that everybody looking to achieve his dream, ambitions. But did we think about our inner achievement that we need to search for the answer then? To heal our body physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And to understand about the spiritual attachment we have with our Creator, despite the differences in cultures, in religions, in doctrine, is to understand that every human being possesses a wonderful, miraculous, healing power within himself. It's not about religion, it's not about doctrine, it's not about, but we are all inclined to understand who are we? Where did we come from? And where are we going from here when we leave this world? So that brings us to, for the spiritual attachment, this relationship with our surrounding society. What is that missing factor? Take an example when you have an argument with somebody, but later on you regret. Why don't we start to think about the future and change the future by predicting that what will be the consequence that will happen, resulted to that such incident, irrevocable incident, and that you can predict. Again, to find is something to do with your body, with your hormonal imbalance. So when we send a negative signal to our brain impulse, it takes that way and it reacts accordingly on the negative. So that's the way it's causing clashes of civilization, clashes of religion, as we can see even in the Middle East. I'm from the Middle East. I'm from Oman, near Dubai, near UAE. We're in border with Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. My wife, she's a Christian. And it was a challenge because marrying a Muslim to marry a Christian, because I had to believe from a long time. That is not about religion. It's about we are all right. There is no religion that is wrong. Every human being has his own belief. I used to say, if my father was a Buddhist, will I accept anybody to insult me and say that I'm wrong? If my father was a Christian and so on, I will never accept. If every human being possesses a deed, D-E-E-D, that deed is a protection. You feel that you have the power. You have it. It's your gift. You are proud. You're happy. You're thankful to your Almighty. What you have, who you are. But do always jump into the soul of others, understanding that since we're looking for our deed, it's also to understand the deed of others. By the time we understand the deed of others, that's the way we can make a better world. We are created differently in color, different approaches, cultures, religions, doctrines, but we have common principles. Our faith is the same. Every human being has a faith, devotion. Even atheists, they have faith. They believe on faith. They believe on devotion. They believe that what I do will react accordingly. They believe on the secret and supernatural power. So they know that by doing anything I do, being honest with others, it will retaliate back with the surrounding society. That is faith. So we just interpret it in a different way. Human composition. Can a human being has 2 noses or 3 eyes? We are all the same. You will never find any human under normal body composition that is different from other people. We have the same organs. Our dreams, that's a third ambition. Ambition is our dream. I mean, our dream and ambition to achieve, to do better, to ameliorate, to be appreciated, to be applauded of what you do. So the same thing, we applaud others. That is our mission. Every human being, mentally fit, even physically unfit, has a dream. All of you here, you will never come here unless you have a dream. You want to achieve a healthy living, wellness lifestyle, to benefit from our colleagues who came up with a wonderful topic, and because you came to understand what you are infusing to your body. Is it a toxic? What can that toxic will do in the future once it's lying there for a long time? I believe that all of you are looking for a natural healing to stay healthy, to achieve your mission. So, the moment I believe on that, I gave my wife the freedom of practicing the church and going to the church. And I used to say, I will read the Bible, I will read the Quran, I will read the Torah, I will read all the books, and I never find any book that is wrong. It's a book of God. I'm not trying to be religious here, but let me tell you one thing. Hot water is a miracle that heals your body physically, emotionally, and spiritually. There is no book that is wrong. It's the way some of us misinterpret, misjudge, to use against as a weapon against others. Anyone who uses that book should be disregarded, should never be given any consideration. We're here to understand about the Bible. I need to understand about the Torah. I need to understand that about the Buddhism. And I have them, and I read them. And I found words that is the one that unites us everywhere, including human civilization. And we all believe, every human being believes that we started a population with one person. Whatever the name you see, Adam, Eve, okay? But is that the population started with one? And then so on, so on, descended with generations that split. That is what makes us, even in one family, you see 2 brothers or 3 brothers or 4 brothers and sisters, you will never find them the same mentality, same approach. You go with the twins, triplets, and so on. You find that everyone has a different approach. We were created to be different. Is not to put us apart. It's to bring us together. We need to jump one step ahead into the soul of others, understanding that you are most important than me. When I come here to make a speech, I believe that I learn more than I give the information so that I give, and then my brain will get more to induce more information because I will get through interaction, questions. And please feel free to say, you don't believe what I say? Let's make a peaceful debate. Just do not insult me, that's all. But say I don't believe. Let me finish the presentation. We can go into discussion. Or if you want, we can make every 20 minutes so you don't feel boring, because if I make long speech, could be maybe some of you maybe feel boring or sleepy. So let's interact. Every 20 minutes, we say 5 minutes, question and answer. Ask any question. Forgive me if I cannot answer that question. I will not that. I will study it. I'll spend 15 hours until I will find. A couple of months back when I was in Chicago, in US 3, Panama State, with my family, when I did a seminar in the church, I said, I believe in Jesus. It's in the Quran. And I believe that Jesus, I will find, and I used to tell my wife, that Jesus used to heal people with a hot water, not just water, the living water. Yes, I didn't sleep that day from the church. I stayed till morning, 4 o'clock, looking and searching for information. When I came to find that they say about Samaritan woman and so on, that Jesus asked the water from the Samaritan woman. I don't want to get through details, but most of you here are Christians. Okay, you believe on that. And he said, living water, whoever will drink this living water will never thirst. Living water is the water that we were from the womb of our mother. It's a hot water, I'm yet to fruit. See? So if you go with other religions, the same thing. If you go with the Buddhism, the same thing you find. It's there because we are all interconnected with that substance that changed our life, that made us who are we. And to understand where did we come from and where are we going when we leave this world, to believe that you're going to a paradise. You're not going to heaven. A father, a parent, all the parents, they wish best for their children. So we were created not to be destroyed. Not to be destroyed. We have a mission to do in this world. And you have to believe every day that, to be optimistic, that you're going to heaven. When you die, even when you talk about the secret, talk about law of attraction. I read a lot of books, even from the atheists. And I found we are all having the same concept. To believe, they say law for nature, law of attraction, that the universe has a huge reservoir, that the mind of all the people, the nobles in the club of Moscow, in the history and the existing one, are all there in that reservoir. I believe on that. So, do law of attraction. Believe, be optimistic. Then you can change the world by changing yourself. And believe that the change starts from self. And then you can change the world. If everyone believes on that, we can make this world a better world to live, to love each other. When I say, I love you, all of you, I'm in love with every human being. Because who created you, he loves you. He brought you here, he gave you blessings. That's what we need to believe. So, I don't need to talk too much about this, just theoretical. Let me go with the scientific research with the hot water therapy. It's something new completely. It's not new. It's not new with the society all over the world, as we said yesterday. Chinese and all this stuff is Asian people. They drink hot water. When I was in Singapore, when I was in Hong Kong, I tried to understand what is the secret that Chinese and other Southeast Asian people drink hot water mostly after the meal or during the meal. So I came to find that it was from the ancestors. They believed that hot water can do something for their health. So I had the privilege to do scientific research, to go deep and leave my job, leave everything what I'm doing in my life, just to focus, to reveal the hidden secrets of hot water. So please feel free to ask me questions. We'll try to make 20 minutes, and then we'll take 5 minutes interaction, and then I can continue later on. I hope that I'll be able to finish all the slides, because there are about 100, maybe 40 or 160 slides, and that's not all the information from the thesis I did when I did my PhD with the P.H.D.M.D. It's a lot of information, but I need to respect the time, so 170 slides, even it's going to be quite squeezed to make sure that I complete them. So we talk, it's about hydrothermal therapy. I don't want to use scientific word to make it complicated, it's like when you say hydrogen. Everybody knows hydrogen. What is hydrogen? Can somebody tell me what is hydrogen? Water creator. It's a Latin word. So not everybody will understand hydrogen. I'm not attacking the science, but using a different language. If I would have to use a different language, complex language, most of you here will not get the information. Then you have to come back and back and back to me. My intention is that the moment you live here, you are a doctor of yourself. You can heal yourself, you can heal your surrounding society by sharing the miracle and wonders of treatment from hot water. I do my best to achieve most crucial information, but I am not the one who I can say discover hot water, but it is there in front of everybody. It's just, I believe on that. I was touched to believe, and when my life has changed. I had a story about that from the childhood, emotional affected, spiritual affected. I have a phobia to get sick. When I have a headache, I start to think about my mother. A phobia, a fear that situation will go wrong. But it happened, environment could not stop me. Despite I was following all the health issues, magazines, scientific, I tried to understand about health issues. Drinking 1.5 liters of water in the morning, standing before brushing it, I did that for 4 years. But because of the life we live today, the toxics and the environment, radiations and so on, the food we eat, the fast food and so on. So we are endangering our life with toxic every single day with millions of microorganisms in our body that destroy our body. And that our immune system become neutral, immune, can no longer do its function depending on foreign substances. This is the copyright from the US Library of Congress. Yesterday we talked about this, but we talked about so hydrothermal therapy. So hydro is water, thermal is heat. So hot water therapy, diversified in different ways. The main one is the method of drinking hot water. You can drink hot water anytime, but believe me, following the methods, there are many reasons why you need to follow the program. And you have the other method for other diseases, like the hydrothermal steam therapy, which I use every single day, 4 minutes of my time. It's not a lot. It doesn't take time compared to the benefit, tremendous benefit. If anybody can come and check my skin, that's what people say. My skin looks like a 7-month-old baby. That's all over my body because I do this discipline 4 minutes of my time just using a simple method. You can go to a steam room or in a club or health clubs. Yes, but are you going to do every day? You can do that in your home every single day, free of cost. And enjoy your health club. Yes. But that you need to do discipline every single day to brighten your skin, to clean up your lungs, your eyes, purification of the eyes. So you remove the coating that can affect the eyes. And the third one, which I call it the hydrothermal air therapy, combination of the hydrothermal towel therapy. Same thing is a simple method of using just a towel, small towel, immersed in boiled water. I don't say you burn yourself, but you control. You have your own mechanism. How you do it, then I can explain to you. But it's just very simple. Then you just rub slightly your skin to remove dead skin. And to increase the immune system, to help the blood circulation, flow of the blood to be much better and to feel better, to have a better emotional state for the whole day. So the same thing you need to do is just only 4 minutes. I can explain to you in detail how it's been done. It's very simple. But until you discover that method to do it in 4 minutes, you need to save time. In 4 minutes is enough to do it every day, rather than to do it 1 hour or 2 hours, then you can fill up second day or just once in a week. So the benefit will be in doing it 4 minutes every day more than to do 1 hour once in a week. So that also could be very important. I mean, crucial for very benefits for arthritis and other complicated related problems. the thermal air therapy, of course, you can use a blower. I know there are some sophisticated equipment. Actually, I've not discovered thermal air therapy, the hot air therapy. There are companies who are doing this, promoting going in a chamber of hot air to help the flow of your blood circulation. Also for arthritis and other related problems. That you can do it very simple at your home with just a blower, but you need to do it not in a dry skin. Do it after you apply the hydrothermal towel therapy, so that your pores, skin pores, open up to absorb the hydrogen, the water vapor, and you keep your skin hydrated. So when you do the thermal air therapy, you don't get this dry skin. Otherwise, there will be controversies, giving chance to the drug companies to come to say, oh, this thermal air therapy causing skin cancer. The same thing with sunbathing. Everybody knows, we'll be talking about sunbathing, what scientists talk about sunbathing, the tremendous benefit about sunbathing. But I combine all these into hot water that will provide you everything. You are creating your own sunbathing at your own home. So go and enjoy your sunbath every day. But you can create that at your own home every single day. So you induce energy through thermogenesis to your body, that your body is looking for that missing factor. Now, the most important is that by following the methods of drinking hot water, all the hydrothermal therapies, actually it's more than one therapy, as I explained before. The most important is that your body benefits from 4 main essential elements of life. Water, as everybody knows, is the elixir of life. Everybody is advised to drink about 3 liters of water, but depends also on the environmental conditions, the climatical condition. Like in the Middle East, is recommended actually more than that, even 4 liters. And it depends on your body activity. So the range is about 3 liters. But for women, it could be also for 2.5 milliliters. So anyway, we take about average of about 3 liters. That makes about 6 to 7 glasses of hot liter for hot water. I prefer to have my hot water if you don't mind. Thank you. So the second element about energy. Everybody been talking about healing energy. Yes, a lot of benefits with the healing energy is a part of alternative medicine. And you can create your healing energy within your home through the hot water therapies. Yes, of course, I believe in doing other kind of therapies like the yoga therapy, like Dr. Genevieve. Very fruitful information about that. It's a way of relieving yourself from the stress, and that will control your hormone balances. And the same thing is related with the hot water, because the energy impulse that goes to your brain, impulse, that will bring energy. It's the blood itself is hot, that the hormones are transported through the blood, going through the nerves to regulate your hormonal balances. A couple of minutes back, you were doing about visualization. Yes, I believe in visualization, and I benefit from others. Dr. Genevieve and others about energy healing, about yoga, and so on, stress relaxation. It's really benefiting a lot. So, not before. The third is an element, of course, we wanted to, thank you. As we know, everybody knows that the heat is the source of energy. Heat is the source of energy. So we are talking about energy. But it's that our body is looking for that missing factor, is to increase the heat through thermogenesis to maintain the heat level in our body. The moment we lose heat, that's when also things will start to go wrong. So we try to maintain the energy in our body. The flow, smooth, of the body energy is by maintaining your heat, the body temperature. Despite of the weather, despite of the environment, despite of climatical condition, yes, whether you're in the North Pole or you are in the Middle East, you are in Oman in summer when temperature reach 48 degrees Celsius, I drink hot water in the middle of the sun. I can stand 2, 3, 4 hours with 48 degrees Celsius because you're going into extreme with dehydration. Your body loses a lot of water in your body. So what happened? Actually, dehydration, I mean, when you go into the process of losing water, when the weather is so hot, your blood will create the arteries, the process of vasodilation, that is increase the blood vessels. Why? Because it will try to remove the excessive heat from your body through sweating. So sweating is one process of regulating your body energy. I hope that can persuade some hot water for everybody, so I don't feel I'm doing it. So, and everybody knows about vasoconstriction. We'll be talking about that. When it's extremely cold, your fingers start to, look like dry. You know why? Because the arteries, they get thin and thin. They try to stop the blood, circulation of the blood, flow of the blood, by trying to preserve the heat in your body. So you do not lose energy. When your body loses heat, your body temperature at regular moment is about 36.5 degrees Celsius. That's about, 98 Fahrenheit. So when it goes below that, it's quite dangerous, can cause a lot of complications, hypertension and some other complications. So what happens is that your body has its own mechanism trying to prevent heat loss, excessive heat loss. That's why you start to shivering. Shivering is one way of thermogenesis or kinetic energy. So your body keep on shivering like that, So it's a way of increasing the body energy to cope with the environment, climatic condition. So do not worry, don't worry when the weather is too hot. By thinking, drinking cold will benefit you. We'll explain later on what could be the dangerous impact, side effect of drinking cold water and cold drinks when the weather is too hot. And so on, immersing your body in a cold water or ice water, most especially when you came from body exercise or any other kind of, or from the weather, extreme weather condition, or sauna and so on. The third one is about oxygen. We've been thinking about, as scientists, been doing tremendous research to find how can human have the benefit of 100% oxygen. We do not get 100% oxygen because we only get 21% from the environment. But the balance is that we get nitrogen. So how we can have 100% oxygen through the heating powers in hot water? I will explain to you about how the heat energy on water split the hydrogen and oxygen bonds. So the moment you drink hot water, part of the water, the bonds, hydrogen and oxygen bonds are split. So you induce not only to your body water, as well as hydrogen, oxygen, and that's it. Now the benefits, we talk about 25 benefits, or less. Hydrates your body because it's about the water. We talk about your body needs water because we lose water every day through a lot of process, through urination and bowel movement, talking too much, stress, weather condition, and so on. Increases the hydrogen in the body, the organs. The most is that the hydrogen pool with the liver, intestine, and the spleen. We'll explain later on. Strengthens the immune system. It strengthens the bones, body fitting. It improves the brain memory, brainstorming. Regulates menstrual, central nervous system, eases calorie burning faster. It helps to get rid of the body fat and reducing obesity. Eradicate toxins and gases. It cures diseases and chronic diseases. Regulate, prevent disease, chronic diseases, supplying the body with 100% oxygen, as we mentioned. Reduce aging through the free radical cells damage, the repairing. Increase the libido or sexual desire. But you need to be careful. It should be by both partners, otherwise you'll be having some problem. That you will experience that with a couple of months of starting your hot water therapy. There will be a tremendous energy running through your body that will really put you in high power. Keep your body so overactive, and that eyes whitening, as we explained through the steam therapy, regulates women's menstruation. We know every woman who goes with the menstrual cycle, they have hormonal imbalance. They go into anger, you know, and they don't want to go through anger. They fight everybody. They misunderstand the society, but their purpose is not to do that. We need to understand them. They are in hormonal imbalance, and that hormonal imbalance is caused by lack of water, because excessive loss of energy, water, can be solved by hot water therapy. It protects the fertile development, and of course, we'll explain later on how does it protect, including expectant mother. It softens the contractions, allowing pain-free childbirth. Yes, no pain from today. Any expectant mother who will abide the methods of drinking hot water every single day during the pregnancy, 9 months, 24/7, remember, is a way to protect the amniotic fluid for the baby, and that will really allow a child, birth free, completely, pain-free. It strengthens the hair because of some hormones that are regulated with, reduces poverty. We don't need to explain because it's to explain about that in short. Enhances faith, devotion. Brings peace and harmony. Only water is newly born for the newly baby, not the newly born baby. The newly born baby cannot take except, of course, mother's milk and water. And a lot of mothers, they're afraid to give water because they give room temperature water, and the baby keeps on crying. Cannot explain, I need the water that I came from, which is the hot water. But we know that the mother's milk is hot, about 38 to 39 degrees Celsius, in Fahrenheit we convert. So the same thing with the bottled milk, mothers, they have to heat up the milk and check on their wrist. Make sure with the drops that the baby is hot more than the body's temperature. So on with the water should be the same way. So it provides with the 4 essential elements of life, as we explained, for healthy living. Now, scientific hypothesis, I don't know, because if I can take a few questions about interaction, interactions, some with what we have been talking about. Yeah. Any question? Any questions? I prefer that 20 minutes we interact, about 5 minutes at least we take 2 questions or 3 questions. Yeah. Okay, no question. Okay. Now, hot water is the source of creation. Now, when we want to find out the source of diagnosing the infection we have in our body, we need to diagnose to find out what is the cause of the infection. Now, we need to find out what is the cause of missing factor of human being. Is that the source of creation of every human being is through the hot water. As you can see, amniotic fluid, or amni, is composed of 99% water, 37.5 degrees Celsius, which is 1 degree higher than the mother's normal temperature, or 99.5 Fahrenheit. So it has a lot of benefit by protecting the baby and also maintaining the water temperature, the amniotic fluid, which is hot water. So when that temperature goes down, there is not any scientific discovery to increase the temperature of the amniotic fluid or to increase the liquids in the amniotic fluid itself. Now, formula I explained yesterday, you can just have a look quickly. It's about the relationship between how we can have healthy living, healthy life through the hot water, as water itself, the elixir of life. So water of life. And we'll talk about 2 scientists, Downs and Blount, in 1877, they discovered that the sunlight produces heat through the ultraviolet invisible rays, enough to kill harmful bacteria in the air, and without the sunlight, with an hour, nobody can survive. We have in the night through the reflection of the moon and gravity. So the Earth absorbs the sun radiation, ultraviolet rays. So we have that 24/7, 24 hours we have the benefit of sunlight that we cannot even get away from it by even 1 hour. So hot water gives you a healthy life because it destroys harmful bacteria, melt the fat deposits in our body, and kills harmful bacteria and neutralize toxins in our body. So with that, if you can be able to neutralize toxins, melt the fats, and kill harmful bacteria through just this natural healing, then you go into a better healthy living. So you have healthy life through the hot water, which is a miracle, because I call it a miracle. It's free. And water itself, it's a miracle, because you can get it from the well, and that water could be there for thousands of years. And that's more enough, safer for drinking, or safer for using for cooking and some other purpose. But any other substances could be, if you just pour a juice in the soil and get it back to drink, then you have infection. So you can see the water itself is a miracle. That is a colorless, odorless, as you can see. But we do not feel this miracle because it's free. It's a problem for we human beings. Whatever comes free, we try to underestimate. But if we have any calamities, I hope that will not happen, and we have a shortage of water, you will see everybody will be looking for water. Even if you provide them with food, you can survive 14 days without food, but with just only water, you can imagine. And if you have hot water, you can survive much longer. Much, and I repeat again, you can put that note. You can survive much longer with hot water without food. 14 days is about only water, normal room temperature water. And if in terms of a natural calamity, like what happened in the southern part, now I believe that they have a shortage of water, I wish that some of you could share these things about keeping the water in a bottle, put it on the rooftop or somewhere, let it be with the receiving the heat of the sunlight, the ultraviolet rays, that will be enough to purify the water, and it will be safer for drinking, most especially at this situation, because it will be a problem of diarrhea and other complications, because of the infection with the water and the water contaminates and other harmful particles. Now, the second formula is about a relationship about hydrogen. The hydrogen is reacted with the heat process of water. So, with hydrogen, as the scientists have explained, like Albert and George will discover vitamin C, that hydrogen is the ultimate antioxidant. Antioxidant, the ultimate. It's not the penicillin or whatever it is you're taking. That could be a side effect. As everybody knows, 140,000 Americans die every single year from the antibiotic. Whether penicillin and others, it's been revealed. And some states, they won the debate by eliminating using of antibiotic. So be careful when you go to a doctor. He prescribes you antibiotic. It's just, it triggers your immune system to be dependent. It neutralizes the nerves. The same way when you do surgery, they do surgery for you, you don't feel at all because they neutralize the nerves. The pulse then reaches the nerves to give a signal with the pain. This is what's happening with the antibiotic. It will trigger, and then it will send a signal to the immune system. The immune system will start to react the next time, will not do its function to protect you. It will start to become dependent of foreign body. That's why you see people who have been using antibiotic, when they start to use antibiotic, the immune system can no longer even do its function, and the antibiotic can no longer do its function, so the doctor has to give a stronger dosage. Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello. I have a fear because I have a daughter.
Yeah.
And my pediatrician doctor, although my daughter most of the time doesn't go to the doctor, but every time we go there and there is a flu or whatever, they really give the antibiotics. And my next question is, how can we flush that antibiotics? There is a way of flushing that antibiotics in our body.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I really appreciate your good, wonderful question. Yes, as we explained, it detoxifies the body. So what happened? It will cause flushing out of the toxic. That's why yesterday I explained. Be careful when you start the hot water therapy. You will start to go into a change in your body cycle. There will be an abnormal bowel movement. And do not try to refrain. Because your body has been looking for something that you were born in the womb of your mother, through the fetal development. Now you get what has been missing and start to react accordingly to flush out the accumulated toxin. And most especially with people with more infection in the body, then they will start to detox. But look at what you are flushing out. Remember how this works? When you have the bowel movement, you've been taking just simply hot water. Pure. I don't say add lemon. I don't say add anything. Just purely drinking hot water. But the moment you start going to bowel movement, you will go into detoxification complete. So do not be afraid. Do not think that you got a diarrhea or so on. No. Or any kind of forms of gastroenteritis. Your body has started a new change. Completely. Start physically, and then emotionally with the hormonal balance in your body, and spiritually, as explained. So please start to explain that to your nephew or your son, your daughter. Okay. Start to explain. But remember, how old is she?
It's 11.
11. Okay. Because when I do seminar, I've been doing seminar even for children, and I have some pictures in my website. Okay, in Facebook I posted. Where all of them, more than 60, they all drank hot water when I was doing the seminar. You know what? I use the long body language with the children.
Actually, I recommend to drink not hot water, but warm water with no ice or coming from the ref. I really asked her to practice drinking not cold water.
Great. You've been doing, one step ahead. But that's not enough, because warm water will not neutralize toxins, will not make the fat deposit, and cannot kill harmful bacteria. Pathogens, germs, and all these are in the presence in the water through the boiling. And we're going to talk about boiling of water is a way scientifically proven that the best way to detoxify the water, to kill, to disinfect the water, to purify the water. So please advise how to drink hot water but not boiled water.
Yeah, is there a temperature that we needed
Yes.
to reach in the boiling water?
Yeah, thank you. Yes, temperature, I'll explain later on, is 50 degrees Celsius or 122 Fahrenheit. Yes, but for children, they don't need C50, they're about 40, I calculate that, it's 40. Still, it should be above the body temperature, because that will create, otherwise it will remain equilibrium. As you can see, the law of thermodynamics. When the foreign body with the inner body with the same temperature, then it will cause equilibrium. So the body will not get the energy.
What happens if that is more than 50 for the adult and for the
that's a good question. Yeah.
40 for the
Yes.
kids?
When it's more than 50, water start boiling at 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, what happened? Your body has its own mechanism. If, for example, accidentally somebody gave you how you have how to boil water, you didn't pay attention. The moment you just put it in your mouth, your lips immediately realize this is so hot. So before you put it in your mouth, once you put it in your lips, you feel, oh, it's hot. It rejects. Your body rejects. It reacts immediately. So that is so. Anyway, it's just you fill the mouth. You fill the mouth, and you can swallow without burning yourself. Not burning yourself. So make sure that it's the temperature that your body can tolerate, and it's above your body's temperature. When you drink, you feel quite warm. And that's not only warm, you don't feel the heat. You start to feel the energy running through your body. It's an energy. Heat is energy. Yes, you may say the environment, but I will explain to you later on. Still you cannot change the environment. Even you have to eat ice or immerse yourself in ice. You cannot change the weather. Or you drink icy drinks. A lot of ice, the cubicles, but still you cannot change the weather. And even your body cannot cope with the environment. It will feel the other way around. Electromagnetic forces. I will explain about thunderstorms and typhoons and all these things. Like Dr. Genevieve was explaining about that, about praying. Yes, I believe. Scientists have been talking that nature has gone mad. Nature is now reacting. It's not because of specific area. It's a worldwide problem. It's about we need to start to cleanse our minds. What we human beings have been doing is the reaction, what's happening, the nature is angry. And we can never fight the nature, supernatural force. So when you go into religious people, they say, God is angry. When you go with the atheist people, say, nature is angry. But we come with the same principle. Is that, yes, the nature by loving each other, by understanding, like Dr. Genevieve was explaining about, visualization. She didn't say, go fight back because he's been telling you about this. Cool down. Say, visualize about, that you love that person will stop the drugs, and so on. Yes, it will happen. So if everybody, all of us, we start to visualize, we start to let the energy run, we start to understand that the body, that your body is composed of 75% water, the flow of energy goes with the water presence in your body with the temperature, energy. Because that water will not react to produce the metabolism system effect, basal metabolic effect, unless it is energized with energy and means heat. So again, we go back here. Take hot water, you will start to feel the change. I mentioned in my book. You need to be prepared. You start to become sensitive. You know why sensitive? Somebody fights you, you don't want to fight back. You're looking for peace. When you open the TV, you see war in the Middle East or somewhere, you shut down. You don't want to see these things. You don't see something related to blood and all these things. You will start to contribute to make a better world. Any one of you who will do some research, please write down this one. You try to make a research with a group of people who you can touch them to start the hot water therapy and see the changes with the people who take hot water therapy and people who take normal water, and see the changes. See the transformation. Write down all that. Then you can see by yourself. So next please. But let me explain to you about your daughter, and for small children, convince. Use the body language. Give a child what he like. Sweet. Something he liked. He like. Don't worry about the sweet. Don't worry about, give what he like. That's what his mind. Telling him, I like that. Give him, and sometimes you support the wrong by changing the wrong into good. For example, a child is fighting, you're not going to beat him, but it's like you support him, but you show to him, and then you catch him spiritual. You make your brain with him goes together on a spiritual touch. Then anything you will tell to the child will immediately obey. So the same thing in convincing children, drinking hot water, you need to have the information as much as you can afford about the healing powers in hot water. Because sometimes they ask you a question, you cannot answer, then they say, Mom, I don't believe in that. Most especially children today, they're so innovative, they're so clever. They will really ask you scientific question and try to be able to answer. Even in your surrounding society. I know some people, they feel shy to drink hot water in public for many reasons. And one of the reasons is they will laugh at me because I drink, I'm stingy, I don't want to buy tea or coffee. I enjoy my tea and coffee and I ask for hot water. The moment I came here on stage, I asked for hot water and I asked for everybody to drink hot water. Why should I feel shy for something I believe has changed my life? The same thing you need to do for you with the surrounding society. Somehow, out of 40 people, you can touch one person. But believe me, that person will come back to you and say, you have changed my life. I had ulcer, I had that, I had cancer, I had like this. I went everywhere. I couldn't find that cure. I found you. Believe me, you will be crying. You will start to cry because you have achieved the spiritual touch between you and the person. You have changed his life without any complication, without any toxin, without any money involved and so on. With your daughter, convince. Use words of love. Let the energy flow, which your body is 35% water, and it's hot. Your body is always hot. Trying to preserve the body temperature. As we know, everybody, the body temperature can never go below 34 degrees Celsius. Otherwise, you go into hypothermia and you can die. You will be ending up in an ICU and you can die. And so on, the body temperature cannot go beyond 40 degrees Celsius. I've been dealing with people who have high fever. This old concept has to change. Scientists have discovered that when your body goes into high fever, it's not the high fever that's an infection. It's that your immune system is so powerful, clever, raising the body temperature to fight the infection. It's because heat is a way of neutralizing toxins and killing harmful bacteria. So that infection in your body, let the body temperature raise, but control that you should not reach above 39.5 Celsius, so you don't start to have palpitation and so on, But believe or not, change the principle. Please write this. From today, do not use ice on a person who has high fever. I repeat it again. Never use ice to a person with a high fever. Because you are forcing the body to calm down and you are giving chance to that infection to grow up. So you are increasing the problem. You are not solving the problem. Give hot water, number one. Secondly, hot water towel. With a child, try it. As a mother or as an assistant, check with you in your palm, in your chest. Check. Once you immerse in a boiled water, even for you not to burn your fingers. Once you hold it, if there's somebody has a handkerchief or a paper, okay. Once you just hold with your fingers on the corner of the, of the towel, immerse in the boiled water. Take it out. Of course, it's extreme heat operation. Okay, so hot. Just some, movement just to cool down the temperature. And try here. That's the temperature body can tolerate. At the beginning, of course, if you put it in the child, even to yourself, you feel hot, and you feel hot, But then later on, your body will be coping with that because that's a heat that your body at the beginning will not tolerate. But it's like when you go in a hot bath. At the beginning, you feel hot, but then later on, your body copes with that because it causes regulation, thermoregulation, thermoequilibrium. Or if you go in a very cold swimming pool, for example, you feel cold. You cannot enter the swimming pool. But slowly, and then once you go in, then your body can feel. But once you jump in quickly, then you can have a heart attack. So it's a way thermoequilibrium. Your body will start to regulate between the outer body with the inner body. So do it with a person who has a fever. Start to rub his body all over, here to the head, all over the body, and try. You will see by yourself. Within a couple of minutes or hours, the patient will start to sweat. And you know why? Because you have allowed the skin pores to open up. And you have induced the heat, which is energy, to the body. And then it will start, once you start to sweating up, that's a sign that the body starts to regulate. The body will regulate accordingly because you are helping the body with the energy you're inducing through thermogenesis to get rid of the infection. We are talking about the infection, not about the fever. Alright? So, please write this one. And, of course, drinking hot water. Yes, a patient who is so sick maybe has difficult to finish one good glass of hot water. Slowly, slowly. You assist the patient. Be patient. That's what it's called patient. And you need to be patient. Do not shout at the patient because he's in a hormone imbalance. He's feeling unwell. He's not feeling comfortable. So, be like him, and you can gain him. A patient needs care, needs love, soft touch. Touch him here. Show him you love him, even your daughter, even anybody, parents, whatever. So use that method, and let me see the changes. Just send me an email to uplift my soul. Feel that what I'm doing, the advocacy, I'm not selling water. I'm not selling hot water. It was the biggest challenge in my life when I was spending and spending and spending and spending. Because I have to do research, I have to achieve information, I have to do seminars free, I have to, and so on for 6 years. It was one of the biggest challenges. And to leave my job, to take risk, financial, with how can I feed my family? Believe me, the changes have changed. Every single day I'm going into different transformation. I don't have to be conceited or be proud, but I will have to say, I am thankful to Almighty God. That blessings when they come, you don't know from where they come. Be ready. It's a shower that they shower on you. Give. Help people to achieve the health. You will see by yourself. So do the same. Now, the one before, maybe. Sorry. Hydrogen? No more. Before. Okay, that was thank you. So the next one, I don't know. Any quick question? One question, Doctor? Yes.
You mentioned about amniotic fluid
Yes.
being 37.5.
Yes.
So, besides drinking water, would you suggest everybody to do a hot bath
Definitely. That's
at what temperature?
Yes. Hot bath is very important. Stay in a hot bath for a couple of minutes. Dr. John can share his experience if you would like to come as a testimony. We can explain about what benefit with the hot water bathing. Yes, it's a way increasing the body temperature to maintain the body temperature, thermoregulation. Yes, it's very fruitful, very important. But you know what will happen? Your nerves will start to relax. Do not complain, say, oh, I feel lazy, I feel, I'm feeling, because you go into full relaxation. That's wonderful, right? If you do that before you go to sleep. But if you do that, then you have to go out. But be careful because, especially when the weather is so cold, so you will have a friction and conflict with the extreme hot, extreme cold in your body, so it can cause fever. So that's one. Secondly, also, you try to regulate the water. If you're taking a hot shower or in a hot bath, and then once you get out from there, a little bit room temperature shower, but not immediately. Slowly, slowly reduce the temperature, and then you keep it. Because you're in the shower, you have cold room temperature, and you have the hot. So reduce a little bit, and you go into a room temperature. Then walk out and go to your work. Do not immediately go out once you do that, because you are completely into a very relaxation. You feel like it's like after massage. If somebody will do massage, the same thing. You are inducing energy. Well, it's a kinetic energy. Form of a massage has benefit. I go to massage. Even with my wife, we go massage. It has a lot of benefits to tranquilize your nerve system because stress will go through. Yes, hot water help me, but I want also for external healing, even though I do at home the other kind of hot water therapies, I feel relaxed because of the nerves. So it's a way of rubbing the body. So even this massage, anything I'm talking about, you find that hot water is involved. It's about hot water, means all the 4 elements. So it's an energy. So you do a kinetic energy. You're rubbing like this, and it becomes hot. So once you rub your hands like this, then don't be heat. That heat is energy. You're inducing energy to your body. So the same thing, you're inducing energy through the hot water shower or hot water bath. Yes.
Or another way about hot water foot bath, would it be the same?
Definitely, definitely, definitely. You can put your feet in a basin with the hot water, or you can use even the one with the thermoregulator that is, can control the water, maintaining, it's some of them electricity purpose. Then you can control, you maintain the water with that temperature. Yes, it has benefits. Yes, definitely. Any one question? We have another one question. We'll go to the next. Everybody? Okay, go next. Right. Now, let me explain to you. See, a lot of scientists have been talking about we cannot receive hydrogen from water unless through the electrolysis. And then electrolysis, you cannot drink the water that's been electrolyzed. Everybody knows about electrolysis. That's about, you take a 12-volt battery, and then you have the electron and the proton, and and so the water to the water, and then so the cathode and then it reduces, it splits the hydrogen and oxygen bond. But our water you cannot drink it because it's electrolyzed water. And leave me. Now I'm claiming because I start to link with some scientists in America, and I'm trying to shift to America. I'm linked with Dr. Will Hawkins, who opened the first holistic hospital in the U.S. history. Even American scientists who are now medically inclined doctors, a lot of scientists, like you see Dr. James yesterday, Dr. James, is it? Who was the ex-secretary of health. Yeah, a lot of scientists now, medically inclined doctors, are now shifting in alternative medicine. Even the US. Even I'm linked with some of them, and a lot of them are really can find it shifting now, because it's a people choice. People demand. America goes according to what people demand. Now, according to the statistics, showing that even though the technology, super technology, everything about America, all this seminar, everybody has been talking about America, 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 US. Yes, because America is a small world that has brought all the people from all over the world, mostly scientists, and most celebrity, clever people, and they brought them there to the US. They invested. That's why it became a controlling the world economy. Yes, I've been in America. My wife, parents are American citizens, and we always go to the US. Yes, so even now the problem is that 138 million Americans, they suffer from chronic disease. Believe it or not. What's the technology? Chronic disease. You go to Wikipedia, put chronic disease America or US. You'll find. They have come with the statistics by 2020 or 2030, I think 30, 178 million Americans. More that would represent about 57% of the population. As of now, every 1 in 2 Americans suffer from chronic disease. And everybody knows chronic disease is a chronic disease that lasts more than 3 months. Diabetes, cancer, blah, 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 hypertension, that it goes in the body for a long time. So imagine every 1 American too. So now a lot of scientists are now shifting. I'm trying my best to affiliate, to even to take the risk, to shift to the US, even though I'm happy in my country. I'm enjoying my life, but I feel that I'm still in a developing world. Philippines is still a developing world. We need to go into a developing world to bring what we have done in our research, to get affiliation with scientists who incline in the alternative medicine, and is the guy who opened the first holistic hospital in the US history in the US, it's in Texas. It was Emil Hawkins. So anyway, so here I'm trying to claim, to prove scientifically, even so the first thing was to secure the copyright. So I have the copyright, that's not enough. Copyright is to make sure that the material, I own it, I am the discoverer. But that's not it, that's the beginning. I need now to affiliate with our scientists, mostly who of course incline with the alternative medicines, holistic health, and to prove in their laboratories, in the experiment, that really you get hydrogen from water through the heating process of water. Now let me explain to you by Albert Georgi, who discovered vitamin C, and he was, of course, awarded a Nobel Prize, a biochemist, and he's the one who talked about hydrogen. So why we call it water vapor? Right? It's a hydrogen. Now, you see, so hydrogen for water. The cloud is hydrogen. Why? Because, sorry, it's the previous slide, if you don't mind, thank you. Yeah. You see, you have the lightning, you have the sunlight on the oceans, on the, you know, we cannot have hydrogen and oxygen without presence of water. That's why in Mars, no water, no life, because you cannot have oxygen. And that's why everybody wants to live near the sea. When you go near the sea, you take a deep breath, you feel relaxed more, because you get a better oxygen that is being split through the heat, the sunlight, so the heat, the hydrogen above with the oxygen, so you are inhaling a cleaner oxygen. So you feel more comfortable than in land. You know? So without water, without the sea, we'll never have oxygen. The earth will receive oxygen from the oceans. So anyway, now, Albert Georgi and Antoine Lavoisier in 1783, he discovered that, see, 2H2O, water, okay, is formed when hydrogen, of course, when it goes separate, it has to be 2 atom nitrogen into molecule. So 2H2 plus O2, because oxygen cannot be alone, otherwise it will go into react. So when you split them, so what happened? Water is formed, that's what he said. When oxygen burns hydrogen in the living system. When that happens, it releases the energy that runs our body. Now you see lightning, that is a super energy. That's because of extreme cold and extreme hot, sudden low pressure of atmospheric pressure that brings down that extreme cold, mixed up with the extreme hot, happening that what we call friction of that will create a tremendous energy. That's what's happening with the typhoon, with the cyclones, and so on. So if the clouds is the hydrogen, because without the cloud you cannot have rain. Otherwise it would be a miracle. I never see the way it rain. The first thing, once it starts to rain, you start to look at the clouds. Heavy cloud is going to rain. But it's clear clouds, that means no chance, unless there's a high wind that brings from somewhere else the clouds. So without clouds, no rain. And cloud is hydrogen, because that's what Professor George said. Right? Now, let's go to the reverse osmosis, where, on the personal hypothesis. Now, hydrogen and oxygen bonds, because when they separate, they come into bonds, they are split on heat energy on the water. Very simple. Because the sun radiation, ultraviolet rays, that create heat, heating up the surface of the ocean, part of that will go up because hydrogen is the most powerful. There's atomic number 1 is not affected by gravity. What will happen? goes up very fast to the specific atmospheric level, altitude, and it stays there, and it goes horizontal. It doesn't go beyond that. When you're on the plane, you see the clouds, they move like this by the wind. The wind, unless it's the low pressure, then, because there it's extremely cold, that's the hydrogen. It changed. So from into vapor, and then vapor into, vapor or gases, into solid. You know? And from there, sometimes you have on in a plane, you see, once it hits the, the clouds, it jump up and down. That's because it's really cold. That's the hydrogen. It's turning into solid, the water vapor. Okay, that is a process of precipitation and condensation, simply. So that is the hydrogen. So we get the hydrogen through the sunlight or water. Very simple. And then the same thing, we get the oxygen from the oceans. As we said, hydrogen and oxygen bonds, they split the energy of sunlight or any energy. You hit the water, within a couple of minutes, it's going to disappear from here. Did the water disappear? You will not see anything. If I have to keep the water in a boiler, in the fire, it will disappear in a couple of minutes. Does the water disappear? It changes the form into vapor. Because the oxygen, fire needs oxygen. And oxygen, and vice versa, it makes oxygen become eliminated because there's no more oxygen. If you're in a lift, you run out of the fan, doesn't work. You feel you run out of oxygen. In this room, there's not enough oxygen, and plenty of people, and all close, you don't have enough oxygen. You start to feel you run out of oxygen because you breathe out CO2. So you need to get oxygen. Why? Because heat needs oxygen. When fire it needs oxygen to become more. So it's a kind of a relationship. But at the same time, it consumes that oxygen. The same thing, our body. Next, please. Yeah, next. Benefits of hydrogen is that we talk about it. And it's about from the scientists. The oxygen burns hydrogen in the living system, releasing the energy that runs our bodies. Hydrogen is a fuel of our body. It's a fuel of life. Your car needs fuel to receive energy that it needs. Your body needs a fuel. You're going to go in a fuel station and say, I need energy. You have the energy. It's free of charge. It's there in fuel. It's hydrogen. There is not any scientific discovery to inject hydrogen into the human body. And they can never do that. It's free. Through the hot water. That's the only way. You want to receive hydrogen, you want to return the hydrogen lost. The depletion of hydrogen, which plays a big role in aging. I'm 51 years old. And I believe if I have a longer life, I'll be 80 or 90, looking younger than I look now. Believe or not. Believe or not. And it's not too late. My father-in-law is 87 years old. An army man, was an army veteran. He was in the Philippines, I was in the US. He believed. That's what I like. When I tell somebody, I spend my time to explain, he believed. See, important, believe. And he implemented it. He's now completely, almost asymptomatic. He used to be with a lot of asthmatic. It's gone completely. He's not using the inhaler anymore. Even blood pressure, he's using only one, so just to regularizing the blood pressure. But he's not using any more drugs. He lives in state in California. And he's in a very good state. I mean, even you talk to him, anybody wants, you can call him, you can hear. 87 years old person can hear every single word you say by phone. To that extent. It's Alzheimer. I mean, it's Parkinsonism. It's not, we cannot say Parkinsonism, but was about to happen because of the old age. He couldn't hold a glass of water or something like that. He would start to, shake like this because of the age. Now he's back to almost nothing. He can control. Even, joke with him, his libido has tremendously increased and he's laughing with big jokes. That's a big careful, mommy. When we burn hydrogen in our cells, the energy that is released is used to run our bodies. The human body stores hydrogen in its tissues. As we age, you see, as we age, the tissue hydrogen depletion may play a role in the many of the symptoms of the aging process. Now, the missing factor is how can you preserve that hydrogen? How can can you have hydrogen in your body? And where did you receive that hydrogen? Why it is related with the aging? That means the younger the age, the more hydrogen pool. Where did they receive that one? Very simple. It doesn't need any complications. Through the fetal development, the amniotic fluid. The temperature of the water was higher than the baby's. That is the main substance where that kind of miracle creature has come up to this world, who is you, every one of you. You are a piece of miracle. That miracle will really happen when you go back to the way you were formed, your eyes, your organs. Everything was formed through the hot water. It's the main factor. I'm going to repeat it. Not just water, room temperature. When we say water, means room temperature water. Not cold water, hot water. You got to repeat it, hot water. Even though we put some jokes. Pastor in Chicago, after the speech, he believed too much because it was cancer survival, and he took it very serious. He was very thankful. He came with a testimony about how it helped his cancer to recover very quickly. I don't know if he went to chemotherapy. I think, no. But he's now completely cancer survivor. He's normal. I think 4 years back, and he came with a testimony that he took very serious, and he was really very close asking about hot water, and he benefits. And he said, whenever he's using the hot water in a mug, everybody asked him, "Oh, you drink coffee?" He said, "I drink white tea." So if you've been shy to say, "I drink hot water," say, "I drink white tea." Okay, so make everybody happy. Yeah, because when you say hot water, why you don't have money to buy tea or coffee? So it's up to you. So to believe, the most important, believe. Again, I repeat it. The applications. That's the most important. Hot water applications. Belief is number one. Belief. Whether believe through religious way, or is it even an atheist. Some of relative me, the atheists, and I sit with them, and I touch them, the body language, and they start to drink hot water. The moment I drink, they drink with me. And they become chronic with that, because they feel the changes. I don't use religious words, then I use law of attraction. And they believe. Body language. Implement. That's the most important. Don't just drink one glass and say, okay, tomorrow. Or like that. Follow it. Implement it. Continuation. Be out. Continue is very important. You need to continue. Not just you say, I'm okay now. I'm away from any complications. My ulcer was completely gone by the hot water, or whatever it is. Now I'm completely asymptomatic. I don't need to take. This is not compared with the drug. You need it every day of your life. You need it. Appreciate means feel the joy. Share with everybody. Now, I'm doing my best to shift the information to you, so every one of you leave this place, go to share the news with others, whatever the means, social media, words of mouth, like what I've been doing to my best. So far, I'm not spending any money for advertising the hot water therapy because I don't have any income, and I've been spending a lot. In YouTube, when you go to analytic report, you'll find 700,000 viewers and 187 countries, including North Pole. So somehow somebody, the news of hot water is reaching. I don't say I have reached, but the hot water is reaching. I don't want to say me, I say we. Because once we say we, all of you here, whether 100% of you believe, or 50%, or 10%, or 20%, and implement, believe me, somewhere, somehow, people's life are going to change. And this we can make a better world. Amen. Did I say about, okay, human body? Okay, next please. Now, the hydrogen is a very important factor to hydrating our cells. So our cells, we're talking about the importance of our cells in protecting our body. You know, you need to, the most important is the hydrogen. The hydrogen is the lightest and the smallest element known to science. The lightest. That's why in the chemical table you see it's the number one. Atomic, and everybody knows about atomic bomb and how it's been done. I mean hydrogen bomb. Hydrogen is due to its small size. It easily travels throughout the body. So when you drink hot water, it easily travels. Because water itself is so light, And the hydrogen itself, it reacted because it's a hot water, because it will not react if it's not hot water. If it's just normal water, it is a liquid you get, that it goes to your body, somehow you benefit, then it goes out. But you will not benefit with the hydrogen and energy and so on. So you still need other elements of life. So no electron, you can see the power of hydrogen. No electron moves in the leading system unless it's accompanied by hydrogen. No electron. What is formed when hydrogen burns, oxygen burns hydrogen? Just this, yeah. The hydrogen atom is the smallest of all the elements and has as much antioxidant power as the large complex compound. Can you imagine that? Liver tissue store the most hydrogen. Now the liver, which is in the body's first line of defense, it needs a supply of the most powerful antioxidant in order to do its work of detoxification. Hydrogen is the ultimate antioxidant. Very simple. Now, if we talk about the hydrogen pool, which will come on the next slide, I prefer to directly in body language explain to you. We have hydrogen pool, P-O-O-L in our body. We have in the liver, which is the largest of plants, hydrogen pool. Then we have in the intestine, then the spleen, and so on. Now, as Albert Georgi has discovered that with the depletion of hydrogen, and as we explained before about the aging, now with when you are young children, they have more hydrogen. But remember, today it's changing. It has changed. Young children, they have faster depletion, it's right there, of hydrogen. How? If you ask me how, I'll tell you. I am 51 years old. When I was 10 years old, and along with the society, even though there's not that much technology in the drugs, what we call industries, the surgical operations and all these things, but it was a rare anybody in our age to have a chronic disease. And we used to call it a disease of the elderly. And somebody has, when somebody has asthma or cancer or, we say, he's old already. He's 60 or 70. Today, as young as 2 years old, 1 year old, 5 years old, diabetes, hypertension, and with other chronic diseases, cancer. You visit the hospitals. What is happening with the business industry? What's happening with the drug industry? Is it enough to say enough is enough? Your body is a miracle to heal itself. Remember this. Your body was created. Remember this when you were in the womb of your mother. Remember that a mother, when she's sick with a chronic disease, whether she's diabetes, hypertension, or cancer, she is recommended by the doctor to cut down the drug prescription by almost 80%. Even she's diabetes, whatever chronic disease, because the drugs will endanger the life of the baby. Now today, and we repeat mothers here, today we have a huge problem, cesarean. Even Gloria, my wife, twice she gave birth by cesarean because that time we don't have hot water. She's taking extremely cold water. She cannot tolerate the temperature of her body. She thinks, why I'm feeling hot all the time. Even if my husband just touch me, don't touch me. I feel hot. And you mean, add the heat to me? I need aircon. I need ice. Today, lack of information. Nobody reveals this. It goes to created with the pharmaceutical industries to make billions and billions because you work here. Whatever you have, you are saving part of your income to keep it to spend for your costs. But remember that your healthcare cost is that you are a piece of miracle. You are not a vehicle to change spare part or to go to a mechanic to repair. You are a piece of miracle that your body has its own mechanism to refurbish itself, to find out, to detect disease. But take care of yourself as a whole. That's why holistic health now is gaining the world support worldwide. And we're expecting with maybe next century will be a life cost lot, okay, but with the next generations we'll be moving into what we call holistic health. Take care of your body as a whole. Alternative medicine is not a word for propaganda, but alternative medicine is now replacing. Because nobody wants to go back in time to use the herbal medicine, just only herbal, but to make sure, because herbal medicine is maybe more dangerous than even the conventional medicine. So herbal medicine has to be very cautious, very careful. You have to make sure that, but nobody wants to go back into just herbal, but everybody wants to go about nature. Take care of your body, what you eat, exercise, and so on. And of course, but since in the modern life, we have circumstances that are forcing us, like for example, myself, being a researcher, spending 15 hours of my time, communicating with the world, answering the emails, increasing their knowledge, and so on, doing my future plan, next plan, long-term plans, and so on. All that will created stress to me. But how can I cope with that? I have no time to do exercise. Yes, I know we need to do exercise. So everybody, many of us, are giving some reason, but we know that doing exercise, and I'm going to explain to you later on about calories burning. Yes, do your exercise, but I don't need to do athletic exercise. I don't need. I'm already having everything what I need, the 4 elements that provide everything what I need to give my body to move healthily, strong. And you look at my body, I don't know if everybody will say I'm handsome or I'm just have a good body. Okay, that's where I am. I say I'm handsome. Everybody should say, as Dr. Genevieve, I am beautiful, I am handsome, I'm clever. But you know what else I'll tell you? Stand in the mirror and say, I am the most beautiful person of myself, the most handsome person of myself. You're not competing with that. But of yourself, you're the best. You're on the moon, you're somewhere alone, and you are the best. Just always say that and see. What you're doing to yourself, you are putting energy. By doing that, the impulse that of your brain, nervous system, will increase the energy through the metabolism system, through the hormone, will increase the energy to your brain to feel the joy, because you are sending a positive energy to your brain, and accordingly, you'll be acting. But you cannot get rid of stress completely, 100%. But believe me, you can cope with the stress, which, as we know, in Japan, I think it has one of the highest rate of suicide, because of stress. But believe me, with the hot water, it helps you to regulate yourself to cope. Of course, I would recommend you to also go with the benefits of yoga, exercise, body exercise, work out a little bit, just to keep your body move, proper food, nutrition system, and so on. Can I get some 3 questions? Anybody want to ask a question? Anybody want to ask a question? Come on, please. Let's feel active, so that you don't feel boring. I know my English is mixed with French and Swahili and Arabic, because I speak 4 languages, so sometimes it's quite hard. Especially I grew up with the French, so all my language actually was French language. Yeah. Yes, please. Anybody want to ask questions? Yeah.
Is there such water with extra hydrogen?
I have heard about that. Could be. Yes, I heard about that. I didn't go deep on this to assure about the extra hydrogen. Because also, what would be the impact of that? Would it be to turn into toxic? Because as I came to encounter that water, the moment you add any molecule, any element, it will either become herbal or become toxic. So adding any hydrogen on it, it's like I can tell you, adding extra molecule, oxygen atom, to water, it makes what? We talk about H2O, adding extra oxygen is what? H2O, which is what? Sorry? Hydrogen peroxide. Where do they use hydrogen peroxide? Of course, most of you are doctors, you know. Yeah. But for those who don't know, you know. Everybody knows hydrogen peroxide is being used. Yeah, exactly. It's affected in the hospital with the big warning, not safe for drinking. Come on. That is extra oxygen. It's not a toxic substance. And then the water becomes toxified. So I cannot assure you that I've been receiving a lot of, especially mostly with the LinkedIn, a lot of approach from Kangen Water, from other huge companies, big companies from Germany, from other places, to also affiliate the hot water therapy with them. Yes, I could gain extra money, but I'm very cautious. I do not affiliate with any organization unless I'm really assured of that. The same way as I refused to sell the license, the copyright, 4 years back. This is a fact. $10 million, sell it and keep quiet. It's no longer yours. Nobody does want to become a millionaire. But it could be a big challenge for myself to sell what is in your blood, what you've been looking from the childhood, and then it popped up, revealing the subconscious in a subconscious way when it woke up and changed my life every day. And that was my wish to share to the world. How can I do that? To accept money that will destroy me. I believe it's possible.
Does it matter what kind of water? Like, for a lot of alkaline water is sprouting, and then the water that comes out of the tap is chlorinated.
Thank you very much. Yes, we know there's a controversies about the water we drink today, you know, and controversy between even companies producing water. It's like a war, tug of war between these companies, you know, and at the end we become victimized. Let me tell you the truth. Let me share it with us. I always look to achieve 3 to 4 liters of water, hot water, every single day, despite whatever is it. Yes, I can tell you, the better the water that you drink, spring water. Does everybody has access to spring water? No, it's not easy to have access to spring water. Even the spring water now become more contaminated because that people somehow they use to wash the cloth and so on, and also the chemical and factories, blah, 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 and so on. So the water, yes, we know that it's becoming contaminated. Even the tap water, even like in the Middle East, we have the clean water that they say it's safe for drinking. I myself, I say, okay, but when it goes into network, you know, of course, you expect that will form fungus and others harmful bacteria. Let me tell you one thing which I'll talk about. Again, I repeat, scientifically proven, the water, the moment you boil it, most of the pathogens are destroyed. Just at 70 degrees Celsius. It's enough to neutralize it. So even the water that you fill, I didn't want to make it difficult. If I wanted to drink mineral water, not every single family can achieve, because especially when I talk about 3 liters of water, you're talking about 2 big bottles, and then you have a family of 4 or 6. Like myself, we are 4, and the people who help us in their home. So 2, I mean, and we drink 20 liters of water every single day. Because even my youngest child, he's drinking hot water. So 20 liters every day is not a joke. It could be making another budget, adding to your budget. So not everybody can achieve, can afford. So believe me, even chlorinated water, or the water that's supplied by the government, they add more chlorine. Remember one thing. You try to look at the water boiler, you'll find some deposit of calcium deposit and chlorine. What is that? So why it's not happening with just normal water? Again, disinfectant. That's what is disinfectant. The moment water reach boiling point, and then you wait for a while and drink, that is already safe for drinking. But of course, drink the best water that you believe financially can afford. Don't cut down the budget, say, no, I cannot drink 3 liters because I cannot afford for the whole family, so let's drink 1 glass, 2 glasses. There are some people who, most especially, they buy the most expensive water. I have some friends who, they will go the Evian water. It's really expensive, Evian water. But you know what? They go in a supermarket or hypermarket, they buy only 2 bottles or 3 bottles. So that's a small bottle, it's something about 300 milliliters. It's really expensive, Evian water and other those water, bottled water. But they cannot. They buy only 2 or 3 for the whole day. That's not less than a liter. And he said, "Okay, that's enough for me because I heard in the research that I can even receive water from the vegetable, from fruits, and so on, other sources." No substitution to the water. Every day you need 3 liters minimum of water every day. For children, of course, it's less. A small child like 10 years old could be 1 liter, between 4 to. Younger children they don't need that much. Yeah. Okay, so I'll go to the next one. Somebody will ask a question.
You mentioned a while ago about taking a bath, and then if the weather is not, you have to guard the weather outside. Normally when we go to hotel, we do check in, of course we use hot water. And when you go out of the bathroom, of course the temperature outside the bathroom, inside the room of the hotel, is really cold. Because normally we use aircon inside. And then another question, I'm sorry. What is the consequence when you use ice for the high fever?
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. The first question about Again, I repeat it. When you talk about the equilibrium, no, law for thermodynamics, your body will regulate itself quickly. So the moment you get out from the hot shower and you're hurrying up, you have no time to wait. Again, I repeat, try to reduce the temperature of the water. Try to regulate it to be warm so that your body regulates. But do not change quickly, most especially when it's very hot. Most especially, I would pray that also, if you can give to our colleagues here hot water. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, so that's one thing. Even with the air conditioning, maybe your partner or your, is in the room and wants aircon. Either you switch off or rub yourself carefully. Wait just only a few minutes, or even 1-2 minutes. Your body quickly regulates and then go into the aircon. Do not go to aircon after hot shower and you're wet.
What is the consequence?
That's okay. That's the same I would answer for the question when you put ice. Again, you remember when I talked about the lightning and the thunderstorm and all these things. That's in the atmospheric condition. This is the same thing happened to you. When your body was in extreme, where you have induced a high amount of energy. That's heat. Like you're doing exercise, workouts, and so on, or you took a hot shower, or you did a sauna, then suddenly you go into a cold shower. It causes different electromagnetic forces. Please write it because that's not in science, maybe you will not see. Different electromagnetic force. Extremely cold and extremely hot. That will be the same way of lightning. Extremely cold and extremely hot. Well, of course, you don't see lightning in your body, but what happened, scientifically proven by one of the scientists, I don't know if I put it in the slides, in the hypothesis, he discovered that because there was one famous cyclist, and they received thousands of email, calls, WhatsApp. Sometimes I cannot cope with the emails coming, and sometimes it's the same information. Anyway, one very famous athlete, a cyclist, I think from France or somewhere, I don't know, I didn't check. Anyway, he came into his idea because of his swollen problem. Because the athletes, people that have problem with the swollen legs and also and the joints and this. So after heavy exercise, good exercise. So he been doing this practice by going immersing his body, in a pool of ice. And he said, he came over the news, I feel great because second day all my swollen is gone. Yes, the swollen is gone. But scientists have differences because he is not a scientist. He is a famous sport. Athlete. But when he came with that, because he has millions of fans there, and so everybody was starting to talk about cold water and so on, immersing your body. I was telling this even 4 years back, the same thing, what I was telling you about the electromagnetic force. Now I got that evidence from one of the scientists who did the research, scientifically. They found that the benefit compared to the side effect, it could be so dangerous. It's not that you're looking for the benefit more than the impact, the negative impact will be worse. One of the impact is that immediately your heart pulses start to increase, and immediately pumping the blood in an excessive way that will cause hypertension, high blood pressure, and then can cause brain damage. Let me share this news when I was talking about from 4 years. I even did an encounter with the scientist who recently came about the scientific report research. I was explaining to people, I say, because I was doing my personal research, I keep on asking myself, especially in the Middle East, you see the laborer or people walking outside. There was no law, only recently they made a law between 12 and 3 o'clock afternoon, not allow anybody to walk outside when it's summer. But before, they walk in the summer. In the middle of the heat, 50 degrees Celsius. You can imagine it's often. And people walking there with the middle of the sun. You know what's happening? I used to encounter people, laborer, who I see bleeding. So I used to ask myself, why do they have bleeding? And immediately the doctor would say, put him on a shade, let him lie down. Immediately. When I asked Gloria, my wife, she's a nurse, she said because there's excessive blood to the brain. And that is a stage of entering a brain damage. If that patient is not given first aid within 10 minutes, if that will continue, then he go into, can be even in ICU or brain damage. That is the issue. So what happened? I can try to find out why those people, especially in the Middle East, Why those people are having this problem? It's repeated. Many people, when I see the accident and emergency, when I visit my wife, and then we see the accident and emergency, more admissions in the, in that ward. And mostly with heat stroke. So I tried to find out. Then I went deeper to see. Then I found they have flask of ice water. Flask. So what happened? The weather is so hot, they're sweating because the body sweat to regulate the body temperature. Okay, because sweating has been found scientifically is a way of regulating the body temperature. But many people that don't like sweating and also become dehydrated, you go into extreme dehydration. That's so dangerous. So you need to drink plenty of water. That's what has been recommended. Drink plenty of water when it's hot. So what happened? I found they're drinking extremely cold water. And then I connected with my wife with a cesarean problem. When Kaiser Sami, the life was so in danger, was already last minute, the doctor said, no, we have to whether to save the mother or the child. Sign the paper here, sign the form. So anyway, because of the ice. So I came to find out because of the ice. Because our body does not accept. When you take ice, what is the temperature of ice? When you take cold water, extremely cold, and you drink it at once, like that, 1 gallon. That water, what is the temperature of cold water? Everybody knows. 5 degrees Celsius? I cannot say 10 because that's not to go with room temperature. Ice water, 5 degrees Celsius? What is your body's temperature? 38, 36 and a half or 37? Almost, I mean, on that range of 36. So what happened when it's 36 and the cold water is 5 degrees? Number one. Number two, of course, the mothers, some of them, they cook, of course. I cook sometimes. Okay, you fry egg in a pan. All right? You put in the hot pot straight away to the water. What happened? You see, yeah, there's huge, tremendous energy that is emitted. Why? Because of that the pan is so hot, and the water, even though it's running water from the top, it's not that it's extremely cold. That's what's happening. I was doing this experiment from time to time. Sometimes it's so funny, but if I had my mug, you can buy any mug that is a good cover, or even put a mug, especially thermos mug, put just a little boiled water. Try this experiment to see. Okay, put and shake it, and open it. See, it makes a sound. That's the power of the hydrogen. But do with the cold water or the tap water, no, it doesn't. So it goes out sometimes like a gas, like that. You know? So anyway, this is what will happen. Electromagnetic forces conflict between extremely cold and extremely hot. So the same thing applies. Somebody when you put ice, that ice is 1 degree or 2 degree, or it's already ice 0 degree, anyway, minus, okay? And then you put on his body or taking the ice shower. Be careful with that. I know, small achievement, with research scientifically proven that we burn more calorie when we throw ourselves in from hot shower into cold shower. Again, that burning calorie, because the same thing with the experiment of with the pan. But you're looking to burn calorie that way to cause heart attack, to cause, to put yourself in a danger that the impact, negative impact, is not worth that you to take that risk for because it's looking for that positive impact. Just to burn more calorie. And again, I will talk about burning calorie. Hot water directly involved with the burning calorie. Metabolism, enzymes, and all these things cannot happen without the presence of water in your body, and that water needs to be energized. That is energy, that is heat, so hot water. Again. Yeah.
Maybe I think it's a simple dehydration, that's why it doesn't follow if that is hot water or not.
Sorry, is what is it?
No,
Dehydration.
what happened in Saudi,
Yes.
because of too much degrees of heat. Dehydration happened to the patient. And then drinking water is the
Cold water. They don't drink only normal water.
cold water.
Ice water.
Ice water. Okay.
Drink ice water.
So even you mean to say there will be an
Electromagnetic force that runs.
electronic magnetic force when you happen if you drink, even that is a water but it's cold. But if it is hot, you will not produce.
At all. Because if you keep on helping your body, first you are using you are hydrating your body with the water, and also because the energy, so you're helping it. You don't talk about the vasodilation, so the veins will open up, that will help the body to secrete the excessive energy, and that excessive energy is a way, is a signal, the immune system doing its own mechanism to secrete that the energy from inner to the body, because we are, the body produces energy heat from inside to outside through sweating. So when it goes through sweating in water, of course, when it mixes with the atmospheric weather, even it's quite even water, hot water. If you take a hot shower in a weather, you can feel it's like your body goes cold. So the same thing. So when you're sweating, it makes your body to cope with the atmospheric condition, with the hot weather. Yes.
Question: can we add salt to it?
No. No.
Okay.
No.
Why? So?
Don't add anything. Just I said a couple of minutes back, when you add anything in water, it's no longer water. Either it's herbal or it is poison. And
Okay.
remember, you know, the side effect of water. You know, I mean, the salt. It's number one causing hypertension. Do not, even with gargling. I know people are using gargling with hot water and putting. Have you got to ask that question about gargling? And that's an old symptoms. It has changed. I request that one, and I will try to get support in the US about this. That is an old mentality. Putting salt in a glass of hot water and gargle. Just gargle with the olive. It's only a mentality. That's the effect is not from the salt. It is from the water itself when it's hot. When you have infection, it will come in your.
Some doctors telling that if you put salt in water, it will take the water in our body.
Thank you very much. Some doctors say every day there is a controversy with a new discovery, scientific. One come against another one. So I don't come against anybody, but I do my best.
We're only confused with the speaker that we have here in PCAM.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I give you all the evidence that I will not put any doubt in you. Will not leave even single doubt. I hope that the time will be enough that you leave this room, you believe that what has changed me, not only me, with my family, that today we're celebrating almost 6.5 years. My wife, she was a nurse, and a very famous hospital is the Royal Oman Police Hospital. Okay, but even though we have free medicine, best treatment, surgeons, and all these things, but to tell you the truth, 6 years we never visit except only for a health checkup. And I will show you 63 checkup, 63 asymptomatic. At that time I was 47 when I did the full checkup. I feel lazy to go to the hospital to do a checkup. And when I get sick, sometimes I go really sick. And I'm afraid when I go to the hospital, the doctor will frighten me. It happened with my son. He said, this rashes is with the scarlet fever. If he is not treated with antibiotic, and within a couple of hours, he can have brain damage to go to the brain. You can imagine you want to kill your own son. So the doctor will say like that. And everybody will get mad to you. Hey, Faris, what are you doing to your son? You see the testimony. I hope you will have time to see the testimony.
Okay, thank you. No, I would like to add on why the doctors are giving antibiotics without sensitivity test to the patient. Because I'm a medical technology student, but I've never been.
I don't want to say anything against the pharmaceutical industry. This is a way of business. Number two, doctors, they're doing their best. Let me tell you, doctor, the moment he's graduated, the first thing he raised his hand, I swear to take care of human body. He didn't say, I swear to how much money I'm going to make or to sell the pharmaceutical industries. Remember this. So every doctor, believe me, they are doing their best, and the nurses. You know who supported me in the US and who shifted me spiritually to feel that I will take the challenge to shift to the US even though I'm happy in my country. I'm so happy. Financially, I'm not that much rich, but the property I have is enough for me to live without even need to work. Thanks God. I say, man, thanks God. Okay? But to shift to the US, I have a lot of worries. Maybe things will go wrong and so on. But I've taken that step ahead because I just want it for that reason, for the, you know. So, you know, who supported? Because my wife, she's a nurse. More than 400, there was in San Diego, there was a convention of the nurses, and most of them, for information, that's a good news for Philippines, more than 400 nurses were there. They're all graduated from Mary Johnson. They're all there because they're all successful. And they're the one who supported me to do seminars in different locations. They support me. And I used to wonder, I say, if you're not endangering your life, I mean your job, they say that's not like Middle East or like other places. America are free to say the truth, nothing but. So we believe, we've been with you for all these years, we follow up the news, we will support you. So, doctors, believe me, we should not underestimate the doctors. They've done the best. Even the medical incline, he took the risk to sometimes they find themselves, okay, this is time we have to shift. Because it's, I don't know, I can say it's it's mistaken the science, because human beings, since long time, let me tell you, you can see the barbarians, they used to go and get people and use them as a slave. Barbarians, when you go to Stone Age, and then it went into industrial age. Industrial age, the rich people want to control the poor. And then we have the colonization. Okay, when we talk about colonization, it was the purpose of getting them, it was not to transfer the technology or, civilize. Okay, it was, so they went into, so that is a problem of human being. Every human being keep on thinking, how much money I'm going to make? How much I'll make from here? Why do I come all along from Oman here to pay my ticket and to come to make a seminar? How much will I make? No, it's not about how much I make. Think about giving everybody, believe me, the law of nature. God the Almighty. If we talk about God, if we talk about law for nature, because some of you may be religious, some of you may be atheists, I have to respect every human being. Believe me, the shower of blessings will come. When a bird fly, he doesn't know how to cultivate. He doesn't know where he's going to find the climatical condition and so they immigrate sometimes. They go because of the weather. From Europe to and so on to Africa and so on. They migrate. Then where they get their food? Who provides them food? They believe. They have more faith. They have faith. They don't talk to you. But they believe that they were created. They perform their duties for purpose. They believe. They share. They form an alliance. Even when they fly, they're together. You see them in a V shape or in a, they go together so they don't get lost. This is the way we were created. You see a chicken with her chicks, like that. When you see the eagle like that, I will see. You see a snake. You see in India, for example, you see cobra and children living with a cobra. I went to India several times. I keep on wondering how they can go close to a cobra. And that the cobra is not, they don't remove the venom. And how they can live with the cobra. You know what? They have created a spiritual attachment to show to the animals, we respect you. They are not killing the cobra. They do not endanger the life of those snakes. And in return, they have their own body language to say, hey, the people in those villages, they are our friends. Do not touch them, even their children. This is the fact. That's why you see scientists, they spend millions to prevent extinction of animals because there will be ecological imbalance. That will affect you, human being, directly and indirectly. Very simple. So nothing to worry. Give, share what you believe, and where the blessings come to you. You will see by yourself. Next, please. Okay, we talk about Albert Georgia. Okay, okay, we talk about the liver. Okay, we sort of. Okay, all right. That's about cancer. Everybody's worried about cancer. Come on. Sometimes you go to a doctor, you check in the hospital. Oh, your cancer cells, now you have cancer. Do you know that your body sometimes, right, raise the cancer? It shows like at the time you have it's like a hypertension. If now I'm talking too much, if you check my blood pressure, it's not the same as when the time I wake up. So if the doctor check me, he will say, oh, you're hypertensive, you have high blood pressure, take medicine. That's a problem when I start to take the drugs because I induce strangers to my body. When a small piece of, just a tiny piece of sand goes to my eyes, it will start to what? To fight. There will be, tears falling. Because the brain sends a signal, there's a stranger who is here, so what should we do? Okay, they send hormone, that's the tears, and then you see, it will go out, that piece of sand. Why? Because it's a stranger. Just imagine a tiny piece of sand. We have miracles, soldiers in our body protecting us. When you study anatomy, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked to see what are the functions of your body. What every single organ doing is functioning accurately. And they never do mistake. And that there is no one who can replace another one. You cannot say you have a liver failure, the infection, and your heart will replace temporarily until you get it. And so on. Every organ has its function. But all of them, they have soldiers. They have spy. Who cannot spy? They detect strange body, comes, they come, their job is to report. And so on. You have a miracle. You are a piece of miracle. How you move, how you think, how you store information. can go back through the hot water therapy. That about the 4 missing essential elements of life. Water, we talk about it. Energy, I mean, talk about it, but hydrogen is a missing factor, and so on. But oxygen, yes, take a deep breath, yes, like the yoga will be, yes, it helps. It helps, you take a deep breath and you relieve. Because you relieve the CO2. So you don't, why Dr. Genevieve, she said, and remove twice, like that, and then inhale once. Deep. Why is she said deep? I mean, she said deep taking it, and then why? Because you are getting oxygen and you are removing CO2. So it's a way of detoxifying. Yes, it helps. It helps to recalm your brain and nervous system, and so on. With the hot water, yes, it will help you a lot with regularizing everything that your body is been looking for. I believe I answered the question. Shall I go next? Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, about cancer cells. Right. So cancer cells, and let me tell you, why cancer today is not diagnosed more. Let's not go into materialistic. Let's do this. My sister-in-law, please, anybody wants her number, call her. She lives in Kansas. It never come back, cancer. Never. Her name is Lolita. It never come back. She didn't do chemotherapy. She didn't do chemotherapy. Only she depended. You know what happened? She can testify, to anybody who want to call her. She was diagnosed with a cancer. It was the size of a local lamb, 2 of them. And she was crying because she lost hope. And we had a reunion here in the Philippines because some of her, one of her sister, and she said, please, sorry. Okay. That, my sister-in-law, you can stand, sorry, no. Stand, no. That's Helen, my sister-in-law. So her sister, sorry to say about your sister, she's open-minded now. So anyway, I already asked permission from her. Because I have to make sure also they're preserving some people want privacy, I don't think it's good information. If she wanted to record a video, we went to that. Okay. So what happened? She was crying and we had a reunion last 4 years. We had a reunion, but she thought she was going to die. All those live in states, and so we made a reunion here, and she was praying, she was worried, because she's still young, her children young. But anyway, father-in-law, because he believed, he was touched to believe, and he keep on, whenever we call, before we meet here, Mom, he keep on saying, I keep on giving her hot water, making sure that, because she's depressed, she doesn't want anything, but she's already diagnosed, so she has to go for, for next checkup again, for after 2 months. So she's worried because she has to go chemotherapy. She knows what will be happening because she already saw with others. Anyway, within 2 months, that size went into a size of rice. We were shocked. We were so happy. And when we met here, anyway, when she was admitted, the doctors were shocked and said, what happened? You need to start to take your treatment. She said, hot water, they laugh. Of course they laugh, that's normal. Then I told her, don't feel inferiority complex. Do not give up. Tell that you're drinking hot water. Let them call me, they worry. I'll come on along there. I'm not coming to compete or to debate with them, but to prove to them that something, because they swore in to take care of human body. She never did chemotherapy. Anyway,
what is the content of hot water that your sister-in-law
she was following the methods of drinking hot water. She was so serious, trying to reach about 8 glasses every day. She followed the methods. She tried, but I don't know exactly she was following up, but she was so serious taking hot water all the time. But we were explaining how, whenever we have a call, to follow the methods in the morning and so on, which will explain methods of drinking hot water.
What food that she eat from that time?
I didn't ask about food, but she eat normal food. I mean, she cook at home and she eat food that everybody. So there's no specific dietary system she went through. No. I don't know if she did that one. She didn't tell me about that. She just focused on the hot water therapy and never come back. 4 years, no chemotherapy. And she, even when she was admitted in the hospital, she refused to take even antibiotic to take any pain. She had to do surgery with her breast. The doctor said, okay, even though it may come back, we have the technology to take from the abdomen, doing the surgery for the breast. You are not losing anything. And with your age, don't need to, you're not a teenager. So just, just as a precaution, so to prevent the cancer to come back, that's all. That's all. So she had the left breast transplanted, surgery, that's all. No chemotherapy, no drugs, nothing. Okay, anyway, there is no hydrogen.
What states?
Stage 2. Yeah. Let me tell you, there is no hydrogen in cancer cells at all. That's what the scientists talk. Now, when everybody has cancer cells, how they turn into cancers is that lack of hydrogen. That's why they say doing a lot of exercise can help preventing cancer. Sunbathing can help prevent the cancer, which we'll talk about. Our Earth spinning around the sun with a speed of 108,000 kilometers per hour. You can imagine that speed. You are exposed. But you don't feel it when you go in a car with open, you go with the speed of 100 miles per hour. You can feel the wind blow. Why you don't feel that one? Don't you realize that? Who is in control of that? How that even the Earth is spinning around the sun, there's not even a column that's supporting it. It's an empty space. How it doesn't go away from the sun so that will become, go to the spin or nowhere, or how it doesn't get closer to the sun and get burned. Who controls this? Who controls everything? Who controlled you? Who made you? You came into this world with just only a sperm and mixed with the soul. I mean, you see, what's happening? We need to understand the miracle of human being that today we need to act. Alternative medicine to change the world is not about the drug. We are using trouble ourselves. I will use drug in an emergency, an accident, when last hope, or surgery. Surgery is going so very huge technology in surgery is complex. Yes, but immediately just have a headache, take a pill. 6 years, I never take even single pill of headache. When I have a headache, as explained by Dr. Badmiglich, will show you later, it's because you are dehydrated. It's one of the causes of headache. It's a sign your body giving, telling, hey, something wrong, come on, I need, because there is not enough water and liquid in your body. There's not. So, 4 years or 6 years, if I have achieved, my dream is not about me, it's about we. But we can do a lot. I cannot do this alone. I believe the moment I live here, somewhere, somehow, those who have the strength of heart, like Dr. Genevieve, she was talking about her session, and she said, hot water. She tell the truth. And so on with others will tell the truth. What you believe, I'm not trying to brainwash you, but I'm telling you, what you don't believe, please ask me until you get me into a hook that you don't believe. Let's make a challenge, not a challenge to debate you, but for me to learn more something is missing. Information, there's no limit to science or information. Every day I learn, and I learn from you. And I learn that I'm looking at you, even if you don't talk. I'm already grabbing information from you. I believe in that energy. That's why you see, I look at everybody. I look like this. Because I believe the flow of information, it flows smoothly through the add of water, as Dr. Masaru Imoto is telling, because your body is 75% water, and with energy, I'm talking, energy flows, and I touch your body, no body language. I don't feel shy, why would I feel shy even I do mistake? Correct me, I will say thank you very much. I'm never perfect, no one is perfect. I was not born perfect. We every day will learn. Alright, so I use that body language, I believe in one thing. When I was reading The Secret book, I don't know if everybody heard of it, and Law of Attraction, I read a lot of these books. Okay. I came to encounter that we will have a remote control that can control this air conditioning at a distance. What makes this controlling? What makes that to give a signal there to increase the temperature and so on and control it any way you want? What makes that? You don't see the ultraviolet, the invisible ray. It goes there, send a signal. How they make that one? From where scientists they discover from human brain. How we transform information. Now I'm looking at you, believe me, I live here, I benefited. I grab, I steal information from you. It's not magic. I don't believe in magic, it's just nonsense. I believe in the power that you have the power, and when I talk too much, I raise your energy, it comes invisible. If there is machine to test that one, which Dr. Will Hawkins, yes. He can test your energy, showing the flow of energy between the person who is talking and those who are listening, and how the flow of energy, it doesn't flow from me only to you, but it also flows from you to me. So I benefit from you. Thank you very much. Next please. We're still at the beginning. So, what's it now? Slots number? Number? It's your, okay. I think it's around 20. It's 173. That's it. Okay. All right. We talk about that. Okay, of course, everybody knows about hydrogen bomb. So you can see hydrogen oxygen mixture has a range of a very high explosive across a wide range of proportions. Right. Thank you. Please. Okay. Okay. Now we talk about Antoine Lavoisier already. Sun's energy. Okay. The sun. Everybody see the sun is not just like the earth that's just a solid. No, the sun is the sun. We look at it, it's like a fire. But the sun's energy comes from the nuclear fusion of hydrogen. Next, please. Okay, Dr. Batmekevich, I'm one of his man of the idol actually. I like his research. They call him in the US Dr. Batman. He passed away already. But yeah, Batman. Batman Galich. His name is, you see that. I provide the website because to protect the copyright of others. You know, whatever I say for me, okay, but whenever I give information, I have to make sure I reveal the information of others because others will be stealing information. So you see you can write the website, you can go into the information for other people on that. Okay, anyway, Dr. Batman Galich, Dr. Batman, and really he did a lot of contribution to America, but it was about water therapy. He was talking about water. So, yeah. But he said, you are not sick, you are thirsty. Don't treat thirst with the medication. He's a really bad water. And it was, I think, I read in Harvard University. Yeah, it's good of our life, our planet, over 70% of the Earth surface is water. Our health depends on the quality and the quantity of the water we drink. Quantity. Next, please. Yeah. We talked about yesterday, as you can see the human body, a dry fish. Every body is a dry fish. And we were a fish when we were in the womb of our mother. We were fish because it's an amniotic fluid inside and we can breathe, we can open our eyes when we're already 7 months old. You know, it's a complete human being. Right? So we came out from and of course once we came out from there, it's the amniotic fluid, of course the amniotic sac burst and the baby goes out. Yeah. Right. So the blood will transport the nutrients. You know, we talk about amino acid and all these things, how they transport, and it's 82% water, the brain controls the body, it's 76% water, the lungs 90% water. You imagine when you run out of water in your body, you can cause asthma and angina pain and other pain. Okay, muscles that move our body, 75% water, the bones that keep us strong is 25% water, overall body is 75% water. Remember this, you see the power of how the creator. You can imagine what is the ratio between the oceans, oceans and lakes in proportion with the dry land. What's the ratio? What's the percentage? 75. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 75%. And that's also with human being. You see how we are related with this all? This is our heaven. It's a heaven for human being. There is a relationship ratio. Next please. Right, okay. We talked about yesterday. We explained about Dr. Batman-Glitch. He explained about why you need to drink about a glass of hot water. Sorry, about water. I changed to say hot water. Okay, for many reasons I explained. Okay, why you need to drink a glass of water before meal? It's one of the methods of drinking hot water, which I explained for 15 to 30 minutes. But I need to reveal with the information of Dr. Batman-Glitch. But that's from his information. Anyway, that's very important. You see, your glands, they do not secrete a hormone except with the presence of the water. The moment you take a glass of water, that is the signal telling your brain, come on, send the signal, let the doors open. Means the glands open to secrete the hormone. Now, everybody knows about different hormones. You know, hormone that control our sugar level, that's insulin. We have the hormone that control your hormonal balances. You go into bad mood, hyper, and so on. Different hormones. We don't have to talk about because hormones are many, adrenaline, and so on. So it's about that to drink a glass of water before meal. And it's better to be energized water by means hot water. Okay, super energy. So it will speed up the reaction of the glands. Alright? So what happens when you drink? The water goes into the stomach. He's explaining about the problem was gastroenteritis, ulcer, cancer, colon cancer, colon cancer, sorry, and other related problems. So, acid reflux, and I think yesterday we were talking about acid reflux. A lot of people they have this problem. You need to once you follow this method of drinking hot water, yes, you'll be eliminating this problem. But remember one thing: when you eat a lot of food, do not take a lot of hot water. Also, especially when you drink, you eat a lot of food, a big plate food. So try, because that will expand. Because energy, the food will expand, so can cause constipation. You see, that's it. Yeah, so it's a wrong understanding of the method to drink hot water. So before meal, during meal, no. After meal, yes. But if you eat a small portion of meal, it doesn't affect it. Okay. The other one is about eating late. Never eat late and go to sleep. Because your stomach needs about 4 hours to digest the food. So what happened here? You just eat, and then within 1 hour, half an hour, you go to sleep. Your body doesn't have a pump to pump, to help, digestive system, and also to pump the food into the acid waiting to go to flush out in the morning or later on. So what happened? That food can try to go back. It will cause acid reflux. So try not to eat late, and if it happens, you eat late. Sometimes you're in a party or that, and you're tired, whatever reason, try to do some pedal. You see a baby? When you give milk to a baby, what are you doing? You're burping, no? Take a baby here, you burp. And then you burp. When you burp the baby, because otherwise if you let him lie down, what will happen? All the milk will go out. So he will have a problem of the vomiting. Okay? Now that's what happened with us. When we sleep, so the acid, this is very important. Very important. If you eat late and you go to sleep, just do some movement. Just pedal yourself, slight pedal. Don't do too much exercise, of course that can cause problem. Okay? Okay? Because it's not recommended to do exercise after eating. So just and do not do exercise after eating. That is very recommended. That can have problem of constipation. That's one of the problems of constipation. It's one of the many problems that right? Of course we know cold water and so on and contribute to this. Okay? So you just do pedal like that. You will see it start to burp. So you allow the food to go down, at least to stay there in the stomach, at least to leave when you travel through outlet into the stomach, and at least so that could be in some cases, but do not make it a daily routine. Try to eat your dinner at least 4 hours, and it's always recommended to have a light dinner. You can have a heavy breakfast because you've been fasting for 12 hours, you see, 8 hours at least. Because when you come to your last dinner and then in the morning when you have the breakfast, that's already more than 8 hours or 10 hours you need a heavy meal. So that's why they always say you need to have a heavy breakfast or good breakfast, and not that much heavy, but I mean good breakfast. And then they say, have a breakfast like a king, and what you eat, what people say, and then in the night eat like a poor beggar. So they say, okay. So what happens is the glands will secrete a hormone. All the glands, they secrete a hormone. That hormone will mix with the water. That will go to lining the intestine. As everybody knows, the intestine is so soft. That is the problem. Okay, once it's in line with the intestine cord and the layer, making a cord to protect your stomach and intestine, mostly the stomach, against hydrochloric acid. Everybody knows hydrochloric acid. I'm going to show you a picture of somebody with hydrochloric acid. What kind of burn is causing? It is a composite body, imagine. So that's the one helping the digestive system, because you eat food, you eat heavy food, you eat meat. Sometimes you eat raw food, quite raw food, And then you eat that food. It's not the stomach that will chew that food. It is the hydrochloric acid that will make that food, and then to allow to prevent constipation, to prevent other problems. But what's happening with hydrochloric acid? When you do not drink a glass of water, the mixing of that water with the hormone, you don't have a protection, lining cord. That's where you see the problem of ulcer. Of course, stress and others, but that's the most important. Okay, even stress is related to hot water, is related to stress, because stress is a lack of hormone. You don't have proper hormonal balance, and hormones are transported through the blood, and the blood itself is water, and it's 92% water, and it's hot at 37 degrees. We go back to, so whenever we go back to hot water. is the master of all. Intermittent is a master. You can write hot water is a master of human being as well for health and wellness completely. Yeah, right. Okay. So what happened? The excessive water, it goes to the body cells to hydrate them in the way that you are watering the garden. You see, immediately the soil suck the water. That's what happens with the cells. They're hungry. Not hungry, but they're thirsty. They suck. They become plump. They're becoming healthier because the cells need the water. Okay. Then after that, the extra water. After they feed all the cells, they go back to the stomach to hydrolyze the food. Okay? Right. Next, please. Yeah. You can see the effect of hydrochloric acid. You know, somebody by accident, and it's being used in the pharmaceutical industries. I mean, some shops they sell hydrochloric acid. It's with HCl. That's so dangerous. Most especially if somebody, children they play with it. So dangerous. That's just how it causes a burn. It decomposes the body. Okay, please next. Thank you. Okay. Our energy, not food, but water, is according to the hydrogen that put in hydrogen atom that will provide the food that we need. We run on hydrogen. So you see, he said, we run on hydrogen. Usually they used to say, we run on water. No, we run on hydrogen. Okay? When you don't drink your water, like a half glass of 15 minutes before meal, your body borrows the water from itself. So what happened? When you start to borrow from different organs, different symptoms will start to appear. Like when you borrow from the blood, you have the arteries draws out, that's constrict, and the heart will start to pump harder. To pump, they think of blood that will cause high blood pressure. Of course, that will also can cause diabetes. You know? Okay, next. The brain, okay, when you have it's draw from the brain, you have a dual headache. Okay, migraine. That can cause it. When you draw from the lungs, as we said, shortness of breath, asthma, and other breathing difficulties. When it borrows from the muscles, you have a shortness of breath, asthma, attack, angina, chest pain, and the leg cramps. So when you have a leg cramps, is how to solve it. Now, when it borrows from various organs, we have pain, abnormal function, like constipation. See, constipation is a chronic dehydration. Okay, rather, constipation is a sign of chronic dehydration. Do not go to buy a chocolate bar from a drugs company and say that chocolate bar will help you you can have side effect of that one or some other drug. The greatest medical discovery ever made by Dr. Batman-Galich, F. Batman, you can write his name, F. Batman-Galich, M.D. They call him Dr. Batman. He discovered that the human body runs on hydrogen from water. See hydrogen? And if we don't drink enough water before we eat food, then the body must borrow the water from inside. And whenever it borrows the water from itself, that's where you will have medical problems on the road, down the road. Yeah, it's watercure.com. Watercure.com. Yeah, please. Okay, let's talk about the sunlight. We said about that. Without sunlight, without an hour, you cannot stay alive. It enables you to have strong bones, teeth, and nails. Every living thing in our world depends upon the sun. Without sunshine, nothing could survive in our. 1877, of course, we talk about the Downs who discovered that sunlight can destroy harmful bacteria. Yeah, next please. Yeah. Today it's used to treat bacterial infections. Sunlight on the body automatically lowers high blood pressure. So we talk about sunlight. So here you can create sunlight to help. As you can see, a lot of Western tourists, they really enjoy sunbath. They discovered a long time, they found that really benefits are so tremendous with a lot of benefits. Even we talk about the sunlight in relation to the brain, increasing the capability. That's why the Western people, the more open mind, more, they're so unlucky. That's a fact, okay? Because one of the reasons that they love the sunbathing, they use sunbathing. But the problem is that now they use the cream of the sunbathing, they will have a problem because I will talk about that, about the problem with the vitamin D, because your body cannot transfer that into vitamin D, and then because of the sun blocking. You know, they call sunscreen, but it's sun blocking. It blocks the sun, then, you know. Okay, this is about the free radical cell damage. That's related with the hydrogen hydrogen, as they say, the most powerful antioxidant, it plays a role with the free radical cells damage. Everybody looks at himself, most especially when you're already 30 and above, so they say, oh, come on, how I have had, my skin starts to wrinkles and my face and so on. You know why? Because you are dehydrated, you're running out of hydrogen. The only way, I repeat, the only way to get your body gain the hydrogen through the hot water. So far, no scientific. And if tomorrow there will be any scientific research discovery to reduce hydrogen, I don't know. As you said, the hydrogen generated in water, but okay. But you have easy benefits, simple and free. It's in your home. Hot water. So they talk about physical activities. You can see as human body, the more you use the body to physical activity, the more you're prone to other complications. So normal physical activity is much more recommended. You will have low oxidative stress. But high intensity, then you have because high oxidative that will cause stress and diseases and so on. So the free radical system, I don't need to explain exactly, but there is a full explanation with about the proton, electrons, and the electrons and protons, and every atom. So you have the number and the oxygen. You see, when it comes to an atom, it becomes oxidized. That's when our body becomes oxidized because when one electron loses its partner, then it becomes because of infection or smoking or alcohol and so on. Of course, these are known to cause oxidation, oxidizing our body and our cells. And then what happens when the one electron loses its partner? It goes mad. So it goes to destroy the next because find their partners, electron and proton, because they're all equal sequence, 8 proton and electron. And he destroys. And he doesn't stop there. He goes to the next until a complete atom is being destroyed. And then he doesn't stop there. It becomes transported through the metabolism system by enzymes. It goes to the next and destroy and destroy and destroy. So we have a series of radical cells damage. That is the cause of aging. And the cause of diseases, because that is the one that can protect you. Your body, as I say, a miracle cure. But make sure you maintain your radical cells not to be damaged. And the only way, again I repeat it, is to get hydrogen. And the only way to get hydrogen, hot water. Again, as we started at the beginning, how we see hydrogen plays a very, very important role in our life, as well as with the other 3 elements of water. Okay, now, very interesting, very interesting. We talk about calorie. Everybody talk about calorie. Come on, let's eat food rich in proteins because our body, will not, will burn. We don't. Rich in protein because means less calorie. So we don't burn. What about calories we take? We need to burn. If we take more calories and then more than what we burn, that's why complications so on. Okay, everybody's so talking about calories. So when I came to research. What is a calorie? What's the definition of calorie? You find that hot water is directly involved, directly involved with the calorie. Everybody wants to do exercise. Everybody wants to go sunbathing. Everybody wants to all this. Everybody wants to take a proper nutrition. It's all because we need to burn calories faster. Now with the hot water, it helps you burning calories in a very fast way. Then enjoy your life. Enjoy your meal, okay, but do not, of course, prevention better than cure. Enjoy your bathing, but do not overexpose yourself to the sunbath for 12 hours in the middle, full heat, and so on and so on. So take precaution, but you have already a compensation. What is the missing factor, as I said at the beginning? Missing factor. Yeah, so, right, so calories defined scientifically, of course, there are two types of calories. We have the body calorie, you have also the calories. Okay, now, we'll start with the first calorie, which is normal calorie. Okay, calories is a heat. Heat is a form of energy and it's calculated by Joule, as the French system, and the BTU in the UK, and the calories in the US. That's the thermal energy. Now, what happened? The calorie is defined scientifically as the energy our body needs. So see, we're talking about water and height. The energy our body needs while raising the temperature of 1 gram of water. 1 gram, okay, of water, small, okay, tiny, okay, well, a gram of water from 14.5 degrees Celsius. You can transfer that to Fahrenheit, but every scientist talking with the Celsius. 14.5 to 15.5 degrees Celsius. They start at 14.5 because water, when it's less than that, it's cold. So you can, so that means the more the water, it's hot, the more the temperature of the water, the more calories with the quantity of the water. With the quantity. You see, relationship of 1 point with quantity, and what? Heat. So hot water. I don't say drink boiled water, but again, follow the temperature, follow the methods of the photos. So believe me, you will burn calories in a natural way. You'll be looking at yourself and look and say, well, I look sexy, I look handsome, I look beautiful, I look energetic. You feel the energy. When I told my wife I'm going to jump 4 meters high, she said, you went crazy. Please take a video. She said, I will never do that. But I did. I did. Maybe I need to prove to you to jump 4 meters for you to believe. My wife said, no, don't ever do this. Because I feel the energy. I feel hyper all the time. Who doesn't want to feel that? Who? Everybody's looking for energy. Once you have that energy, everything in your body will work perfectly. Even your brain. You will go into what you call a brain, what you call the predictive, some kind of a predictive fusion. Not really predicting, but brainstorming, yes. I went into the course of brainstorming. It was discovered in UK. It was used by KGB, by the spy. It was discovered in UK. They were using it for the spy to try to find out if there's any danger. So brainstorming is there. Now people are well trained. They can know that here, what are people thinking about. When I talk to you, I try to use brainstorming to try to say, you can get a training of that. So it's a way of trying to understand the body language, to know what is his intention, what is it. So security, they use, like an airport and other places of high security. You see that, they're well trained. They just look at you like that. You look at your body movement. You look at your eyes. You look at how they can, because they cannot inspect everyone. So we can mention about this. Next, please. Yeah. Now, we talk about the large calorie, which is a kilogram calorie, or the dietary calorie, or nutritionist calorie, or food calorie, is the energy that our body needs to raise the temperature of 1 kilogram. See, 1 kilogram water by 1 degree Celsius. So it's seen with the hot water. The first law for that, thermodynamics. Very important about it, again, we talk about heat. So we now start to shift about, we finish about hydrogen, we start to talk about heat, but I don't know if we'll be able to finish. And then we talk about the sunlight, and then we talk about, it comes into it. Right. The change in the system's internal energy is equal to the difference between heat added to the system from its surroundings and work done by the system on its surroundings. See? So it means what? The relationship. When you take hot water, the water itself is 50 degrees. Your body is what? 37 or 36.5. Now what happened? You are using the energy. So it's a thermodynamic law of, as you can see here, the glass of water, okay, and the body temperature, as you can see, okay. Of course, there's on the athletic person who do the 37, is when you put down, it's about 36.5 or so. Okay. So if you add heat to a system, there are only two things that can be done. Very important. Change the internal energy. You see, change the internal energy of the system, or cause the system to work. That's what we're looking. Right? Now, so we want both, and it can do, of course, of both. So hot water can give you without any doubt. Okay. Do exercise. It transfers the human body. Okay, heat is produced with the body by the continuous metabolism of nutrients, which provide energy. See, energy through the heat, but for the systems of the body. The human body must maintain consistent internal temperature. See, temperature regulated in order to maintain healthy body functions. Energy. Thermogenesis is a generation of production of heat, especially by philosophical processes. So thermal equilibrium, as you can see, you can never have heat or energy run from cold to heat. Remember this. Heat, energy always run from hot to cold. This is a law for thermodynamics. Okay? So if, for example, to resist, it will remain equilibrium, constant. Alright? Now, it's very important. Okay. We talk about food, we eat about good food. Everybody knows that we eat good food, dietary food, and so on. Now let me tell you, enjoy your food. Okay, to go into dietary food, that's good. Yes. But sometimes party, sometimes cheating day, sometimes I say okay, fast food, but sometimes I crave for it and I go for it. But let me tell you one thing, it's amazing. Amazing. Dr. Edwin asked me, did you have your breakfast? No. I said yes because he didn't give me any breakfast. I didn't have any meal from morning. I'm telling you the truth. Any meal, even breakfast, from morning, and I'm energetic. I can stay for 3 days without any single intake to my mouth. And the less I eat, the more I enjoy. You know why? Like yesterday, I ate sandwich and coffee beans. It was late because I was working there till late night, 2 o'clock, and I went to sleep. I had difficulty, because I didn't give a chance the stomach to digest. So I had an acid reflux. Stay here. So I had to wake up, paid up, burp, again go to sleep. Half an hour, I had to wake up, burp. You see, like a child. You see, this is happening to prevent acid reflux. Otherwise, I will have problem with acidity. Because that food become rotten. The food that I ate, I did not give a chance the stomach to digest. So what happened? It stayed there, and because I'm on a relaxation and I'm sleeping, so the stomach doesn't digest the food in the way as we wake up. So completely body relaxation. So what happened? The food stayed there. You can imagine food staying there. 1 hour is enough to rot the food. What happened? You have rotten food already. That's why, sorry to say this word, when you vomit, you just eat food. After half an hour or 10 minutes, once you vomit, it's smelling bad. So you cannot even tolerate. Sorry about that to say, but it's a fact. Because it can quickly rotten because of the huge presence of bacteria. You cannot get rid of all the bacteria in the body, harmful bacteria. They are there. It's a breeding place of them. So take a precaution, prevention. That's what we talk about. BKO. Believe, implement, continue, appreciate, understanding. Now the information we have, believe me, you have more information than even others. Even this information I did not reveal with the previous because I usually, whenever I do seminar, I try to increase information. That's why you can see me, I try to, I take from my hypothesis, I increase. Even though this is maybe represent about 40% of the information I'm supposed to reveal, even the Sahana is really free slots. It's supposed to be on a different sequence that you have different days like that. Anyway, okay, so when you eat food, or foods, or whatever it is, or vegetable, the food breaks down into proteins, okay? Everybody knows about the proteins, okay? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. And then fat, and carbohydrates. Every food you eat has either one of the three. Now, the carbohydrate will break down through the enzyme, metabolism system, into what? Carbohydrates. Glucose. Yeah, okay. Right, and the amino acids, the protein, amino acid, exactly. And then the fats.
Fatty acid.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Right, you see, so all that is that for the purpose of what? You see, we are looking at the end where we see we're going to meet about hot water. Now, from there, to produce the energy as a fuel for your body through the metabolism system. So your body is still looking for the energy at the end. It's not about the food. We talk about vitamin, but it's the most important is the energy. Now, from that energy, you have toxic substances. What are the toxic substances from the food? You see, methane. If you see a methane somewhere, you can, it's smelling, like a dead rat. That's it. That's why when we say the bowel movement, we don't even like the smell of our, because that's a fact, because of mix up of this, what do you call this, substances. Okay. You have hydrogen sulfate. The scent smell very bad. And you have the carbon dioxide. So sometimes when you go with somebody to, it's not like you smell because you have too much carbon dioxide and everybody is that. So we relieve the carbon dioxide. So this is the thing that's so even I will explain about the common method of doing hot water while the morning standing something to do with this. Okay. Sorry, but yeah. Go back just once here. Now with the hot water, the hot water will break down into water, hydrogen, oxygen, and heat, the 4 elements, as we explained before. Now, all that will give what? Non-toxic substances. They are not, and it will give you the body energy. But, go to the next please. Now, what happened here? You do not have a toxic substance with the hot water. So, these compounds are, what happened with, of course, those amino acids and so on. These compounds are absorbed into the blood, which transport them to the cells. After they enter the cells, other enzymes act to speed up and regulate the chemical reactions involved with the metabolizing these compounds. Okay, as you can see. Now the next please. Let's take a question, so maybe you're quite bored. I hope no one feels sleepy. I will focus on who's feeling sleepy. So I can interact. Yeah, okay. I think are we done with that? Okay, okay, if you don't mind, next please. Yeah. During this process, the metabolism system, the energy from these, from these compounds can be released for use of the body or stored in the body tissues. especially in the liver, again. So in the liver, energy, muscles, and body fat. Okay, the sun, this will harmful bacteria. Okay, now we'll talk about this also. Because we finished about the energy, when we started to talk about the sun. I hope that we have time. I don't know if time is. We have time? Yes, we have time, eh? Is it? Yeah. Can I have questions? Please, anybody can ask questions? Please, don't be shy. Say anything. Say I don't believe. Say you came with the wrong information. Say, I want to learn from you. I think I'm here to teach you. You are more professional in many ways.
You mentioned about the sun. The water heated, the sun heating the water in the bottle. Would that be a good substitute for hot water, just in case?
Thank you very much. Where is the hottest place on Earth? I mean, it is okay, or Nevada. Okay, right. Okay, when the weather is 50 degrees, I try to put a water. Of course, I don't put it in a plastic bottle because I think I can see no chance. Okay, don't go deeper about that. Okay, put it in a glass bottle. Okay, and keep it there. Even if you keep it for 3 hours, it will not reach 50 degrees Celsius. It will not reach that 50. It will not reach. It will because the sun, it is through the ultraviolet, rays. That will not be enough to raise the temperature to be reaching exactly according to the environment. So it will be good. And when I met teacher of WHO representative in Oman, she said, I believe. I said, how, Dr. Suzanne? How do you believe what I said? She said, because in Lebanon, when we were there as WHO assisting the Lebanon war, people, we came to find out something amazing. We found that people there, because they have no access to clean water, they used to take the water in a bottle and put it in the rooftop or somewhere, and the water became clean, safer for drinking. So, yes, I can say in natural calamities, in emergency, yes, keep it in or you don't have hot water, okay, just your bottle of water, but make sure you don't use the plastic water, okay, keep it in plastic. Okay, so it's much better. But sometimes, so anyway, boiling the water is you need to use another source of energy that will increase. Because the sun, if it reaches more than 50, will already melted up to make it reaching 50 degrees. That's why even let me reveal to you the amniotic fluid, when it is 37 degrees Celsius, so it's 37.5 degrees Celsius. Remember, the body temperature of the mother is higher and higher than that to make sure to maintain the temperature of the amniotic fluid 24/7 for 9 months. That's why you see pregnant mother, she's feeling really boiling. She feels hot all the time. And even you touch her, you see she's really hot. But that was not to make her to suffer, most especially in hot weather. That was the only way to protect the mother and to protect the baby. So, pregnant mother, ex-pregnant mother, get away from cold weather. If you see, please from today, get this information and share to the pregnant mothers, because you are securing the life of a new angel who's coming. I don't think once you explain to a mother, she will prefer to say, oh, no. Mother, they take the risk. They already knew. No, every woman, the moment she knows that I'm going to get pregnant, she knows the risk she's going through, the pain she's going through, most especially in delivery and all that 9 months. But they take that because they were created to bear that pain from the heart. That's why I say women, I repeat it, women, every woman, please write that. That's my belief, and I will never change my belief. I will not ever change my belief. Believe me, every woman has the heart of an angel. And every child there is an angel until they reach poverty or health. Every child is an angel in a human form. Always we have to look at the children, whatever the mistake they do, whatever the wrong they do. When I see somebody, a parent slap his child, I feel the pain like my stomach or somebody take my heart and cut in pieces. I feel I want to go there, but I'm afraid maybe he's going to jump on me, maybe he's on the hormone imbalance, and very bad, So he can jump, we say you interfere, it's not if you're busy, but I'm trying. Well, it happens sometimes. Please try to see that. If you see a child shouting at a child, go there, don't talk to the father first, talk to the child or the mother. Oh, my darling, we were an angel, come on. You see the child, what he was crying? He will cry in a different cry. He will burst out to you. It's like he's telling you the body language. Please help me. So let's not put our stress to our loved one. Our women, I know, we go to stress. We feel the challenge. We are facing the world of uncertainty. When we go home, they are there to cook, to prepare. And even though they challenge us because they already talk between themselves, men are so mad. Let's now protect ourselves. Let me walk. I don't need a man to be in my life. You see, so we are destroying. We will never live without women. If they take all the men in another world, without a woman, we will go crazy and kill each other in one day. No one will really stay alive. Believe me. That's why when you are hormonal imbalance, you are having a stress. You go to your wife and put your head on her chest. You will feel something. And when she shouts, she's in hormonal imbalance. I know sometimes we cannot tolerate. But remember, when they have a menstruation, that's the worst time. She asks you something, when you reach home, you bring something. She said, no, I didn't ask this. Change it. Go and change. You came from stress and you will find another stress. But beer. You were created to bear. That's why human beings, they have muscles. They can resist. But they have this also in animals. Again, as I said, if you find a chicken with her chicks, protecting her chicks, opening the wings, a cat, and so on, animals. A snake, if you take the egg, it follow you, chase you. This is a way. So please, again I repeat, I know that I went up a little bit about this. I know marriage life is a challenge. That's why when everybody say, when I get married, you enter the golden cage. But that golden cage has a lot of challenge. But believe me, when you have an understanding, when you have a mutual understanding, open the blessings will come to you in an uncountable way, but by trying to understand each other. Let me tell you one thing very important. Please do this every moment you can do. Never shout at the child or at your partner when you're in stress. Never try to force them to do the things that you want them to do because you want it. You know what you need to do? Right there, workshop is the best way to bring spiritual attachment. Now, any one of you is looking at me with a smile because it's like a workshop. It's a walk. We call it a workshop. It's a walk because I say words of hope, words of love. But let me start to insult and start to say you, like that. You know, everybody will start to go mad. This is the way. So let's not talk to our children when they play PlayStation. They play the favorable or they are place. Oh, come on, stop that play. Or you have to do your homework. Okay, yeah, dada. And then go again. And then you go and slap him or get mad because he's in a heaven world. He's enjoying, like you're on your heaven world, you like to go to a coffee shop or with your friends. He's in his heaven world. You may not like it, but that is it. You pass through that stage. Leave him. Let him play PlayStation. Sorry, I know that the media talking about this. We are in a world of technology. You cannot stop them. The moment you stop your child to use social media, you put him behind 200 years back. When he got to find other children, they are already advanced. That's why I heard that story last week. I saw the story in the newspaper. One Indian, she took a suicide when her parents said, don't use Facebook. She took suicide. Because she has a inferiority complex. She feels, oh my goodness, I'm not allowed to use Facebook. It's not a question of Facebook. It's that it's a world that has forced us to use the technology advance. And yes, we may monitor them, look at them. The more we monitor, the more they will be prone to do bad. Trust them. Say, I trust you. This is related about you. I know I'm building the leader of tomorrow. Tomorrow, you are mayor of Manila. Child will say, wow. When a child breaks something, it's right, I went a little bit, it's about emotional. It's about what I do with it. I talk about physical, emotional, and spiritual. When a child breaks something, I know you may not like because it's expensive. You had a hard time to buy it. But believe me, do this from today. See by yourself, you will cry. Child is playing football or something, he broke the TV. Always ask yourself, when I do a mistake, nobody can shout at me because I'm the one who supplied everything in the home. The child will do something that I might have to shout. Yeah, I regret this feeling. I call it a spiritual gap. I increase the gap between him and me. Because I shout at him, I misuse my power. But when he breaks and say, come on, Michael. Oh, okay, come. Did you do this by me? No, Dad. You wanted to break this? You wanted me to spend money? No, Dad. Okay, when did you do this? I know. Okay. Did you break your finger? Did you lose your finger? No. Congratulations! You broke this TV, but I cannot buy another TV. But I cannot buy another finger to give you. The child will go there and tell his brother and sister, wow, whatever I did, even that, but my dad agrees with me. Believe me, next time, you are going to break the TV with your dad, stop, what are they doing? You break the TV. He will try to prevent. The same thing as Dr. Genevieve was talking about drugs. We know this is something happening to the world today. It's now drugs going every house. You cannot monitor. You monitor, the more you send them go to drugs. The more you frighten them with the news, hey, look at the news, what's happening to the world, it's already gone, come on. The more you put them in danger, because when you're not with them all the time. They're in school, you don't know who they meet, they go out, you put them in a bottle, they're gonna go out. So what will happen? Trust. Say, I trust you, my son. Even some of them, it happened that the child has taken drug, as Dr. Genevieve said, he is in a state of emotional imbalance. He put his pain in the drug. Call him and say, I can understand. It's not, you see, that's why I made the theory say, we can never treat bad through bad. The only way to treat bad is through good. So somebody do bad, you look at it bad. Bad for him is not bad, otherwise we'll never do it. So he is attracted to it. So say, okay, I can understand you can understand that. Then start the workshop. So don't talk to him on his own stress. Well, take it one day, a day. It's what after worshiping, whatever. But the time as a father, can I request 10 minutes or half an hour of your time, you guys? You start today's presentation only 1 hour. You go in a cool room, look at that. Again, when we talk about the remote control, how it's being controlled. Okay, the vibrational energy. Start. Okay, talk to them. And don't let them to feel that you're going to make a workshop because you talk about the negative. Also the positive. And start the talk with the positive. The achievement. You did the last mark, you did a good mark. Congratulations. You know, and so when you do that, it's a workshop. So their mind is focusing with you. And you are looking at them eyes to eyes. You are transmitting your wish, your energy into them. Believe me, they will make you the best father and mother in this world. They will grow up genius. And they will see the achievement every single day. And even with the hot water, convince. It's not taking hot water too much. Slowly, no problem. Slowly. But you are creating a spiritual attachment. You need a totally different, but you're trying to approach. So sometimes you compromise, and believe me, they will compromise. When you don't have money to buy what they want, a new game, PlayStation, for example, oh, that, okay, no problem. I know, I can understand. And so all these things are just emotional. I went to point out about that. But emotional also plays a big role to build a better world. Because stress destroys us and is another cause of diseases, as we talk about in many countries now, even suicide and divorces, societies everywhere. So we say, come on, what's gone mad? Why human has gone mad? What is going wrong? Go to the hot water. Believe me, I'm not advertising hot water. It's not a product, but you will see yourself. Can I have some questions? It's about some. Yeah, we have time. Oh, we have quite good time today. So, yes.
What's the thinking had water and drinking had tea? Very different.
Thank you very much. I like that question. That's one I cannot agree with all the information, but when you ask, I can with the information that Anyway. Drink tea, enjoy your tea, enjoy your coffee, but it's not a substitution to your intake of hot water. Right, please? Don't take green tea and say, anyway, it's 99% water, I got it already, so I don't need to drink water. You will never substitute the water with anything else. Even water with a drops of lemon. With the drops of lemon. The moment you put drops of lemon, it becomes juice. Can you say, anyway, I got mostly water, I don't need to drink hot water. I don't need to drink water. Can you do that? What's the green tea? Green tea actually is what? If you take hot water or boiled water, it doesn't need to be diluted, so it has to be boiled. No, you take it, just a 1 tea bag of green tea, just 2-3 times, it has changed the color, correct? So the water did not change. The volume of water remained the same. So we can say what? 99% water, 99.5%, the 0.5% say what? The green tea? But can you just say, okay, no need to drink because it doesn't have taste or have many, what do we say, lullabies or many reasons, so I don't like the taste of the water. So I have substituted with a green tea. You can never do that. Yes, green tea has a lot of benefits. Adding any molecule, any substance on water, either it makes it herbal, green tea, black tea, yellow tea, blue tea, okay, I'm just making it fun. Okay? But will never be a substitute. It's just all these are coming under herbal. Juice, fresh juice is herbal. Or poison, as we talk about H2O2, 1 extra extra molecule of atom of oxygen makes it poisonous, toxic. Yes, please.
How about adding pressed garlic and ginger? Because sometimes we use that in our house to ease the pain if any of our relative in the house. We use that, but luckily it works.
Yes. Yes. That's herbal. You're going to herbal. I'm not a specialist in the herbal medicine or natural, but Dr. James was talking about a lot of information. Yes, it's something natural. You believe and you found it is effective. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. But you have to be careful with the information provided to you, because now a lot of information provided, you just find a neighbor or somebody in the street and say, oh, come on, just take garlic with what, mix up with honey or like that and take it. Then sometimes the problem may be ready, because that will cause chemical reaction. It's actually the food turns into chemical. So once you mix up, okay, so you have to be careful with what you're taking. You have to make sure that really it works. You know, and taking food in general, even food, you're taking food, cooked food. But what's happening?
I read kasi garlic can also it has an anti-inflammatory.
I'm telling you, I'm not professional of the food nutrition system, but in general, yes, it's part of alternative medicine and it will help. I know that somehow it can help. Yes, but the information should be fruitful with the information that you're taking, because you already turned it into herbal, and sometimes herbal can be more dangerous than conventional medicine in some instances when wrongly mixed or made wrongly mixed. Because in general, as I told you, you eat fresh food. But what's happening with these other substances? What happened with the carbon and with the toxic that can be? You know, it came from the food after the metabolism affecting the enzymes. So what's happening? You know, so it gives you toxic. The food gives you toxic. You benefit one side, but you get the toxic. Yeah. So you can use that one, yes. But you remember also with the hot water, I did not explain about other methods of drinking. The treatment of hot water. Hot water therapy comes in various forms. Of course, you can plus with that what you're talking about, the herbal and others, yoga and healing energy and others, as much as they do not harm. Yes, they will benefit you. So it comes with about the steam therapy and others therapy, which I explained at the beginning, but we can into details about that. I'll take another one question. I go to the next, please. Sorry, no. First in here, so.
The urine, the color of the urine, sometimes tells you how dehydrated you are.
Yes, you're right.
Now, if you observe your urine and you determine the color, can you determine how many glasses of water will it take so that you will hydrate?
Thank you very much. Let me tell you one thing. You see, I've been standing here. I think if you count, how many glasses of water? Did anybody count? It's not magic, eh? It's a half liter. I bring it. You see, my own glass, because that's small and it doesn't have. I call it beer mug. Okay, so I've been drinking how many? 4, 5, and I didn't go to pee. You know why? Because I compensate the water that I lose while speaking. I'm dehydrated. So instead of leaving this place and go to have a total headache, I made you happy, but I made myself. I induced problem to my body. My body will get angry to me. The soul and body. So the body is doing something against the soul, and the soul will you know. Okay. So sorry. Maybe I went out of the issue a little bit, so I will continue with this. But
the color of the urine.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. So the more you drink hot water, your urine will be purely looking water look like. It will like my drop of lemons on the water. But sometimes, believe me, even like for example, I'm taking a lot of hot water. Even I'm in the coffee shop every time. But because I took hot water, even though I took too much, and I took coffee when I pee or I urinate. It's really dark with smell because of the coffee. So my body benefits with the caffeine, but in another way, it could detoxify my body. So because of the hot water, it detoxifies, so it goes out in a way of urine. So yes, a urine is one way to detect your system. It's a body language to tell you. The more your urine goes darker, the danger look like. Once it's already brown, be careful. Once it's already dark brown, red look like, that means a bad infection. Be careful. So it should be always, light look like you put the seed with some drops of lemon and water. You see how it looks, like that. That is should be your urine looking like that. It's one way to identify, yes, your dehydration. But follow the methods, try to reach the 3 liters. You'll find yourself the result.
So, roughly how many liters do you take a day when you are not lecturing and when you are in any kind of sport?
When I do a sport exercise, let me tell you, when I do like walking like that, I have my mug of hot water, and I have more energy. I wanted to go to have some time. I wanted to walk 200 kilometers from one city to another, and I said I would register. But being a researcher, I always say tomorrow, next time, next time. I wanted to register and bring the media, and to prove that a 51 years old who looks like already, I'm not conceited, but it's a fact, that I'm looking like a 14 years old who can jump 4 meters high, who can have the energy to walk or to run without stopping. Of course, normal regular running, because I don't have a proper, body practices. I can go in the normal run for a long, because all the super energy that I use to my body through the hot water that I'm taking regularly, about 3 liters of water. Sometimes 4 liters. But if I do exercise, yes, because I really feel dehydrated. You can try to see this one. When you just only walk for 20 minutes, only walk, you sweat or because the water in your body, see, 1 calorie. So the body has been used to produce energy in your body, but you become dehydrated. You really feel dehydrated. So you need to compensate. You need to drink extra hot water during one exercise, the climatical conditions, and so on. That's why now, being here for almost 3 hours a day, you'll find me sometimes I'm taking 7. That's 3.5 liters. And without going to flush out, yes. Without. I may stay 6 hours, sometimes even 6 hours without going to. Sometimes it happens regularly, every 2 hours, 1 hour, but it's less. So the body itself has its own mechanism that your body gets water and the excess water flushed out with the toxic. It doesn't go out like this. It goes out, of course, it removes toxic, whether minimum or minimum. Yes. After you. So actually, I think she asked first, if you don't mind, sister. Diana? Okay, sorry.
I'm just wondering why patients who are undergoing dialysis are forbidden or not allowed to drink water.
Okay, that is purely with the medical questions, but I always recommend the doctors do not start the patient to take water at all, because that patient can go worse, because he will go into the stage of dehydration. Sometimes they stop that one for a specific reason, because they wanted to have a proper diagnosis. Only that. So they can say, okay, when you come in the morning, we will have a urine checkup or your blood checkup, but do not take anything, even water in the morning. But that could be maybe temporary, or maybe going for surgical reason. So they say, okay, no meal by mouth, means no water, no liquid, no food. That is only temporary. It cannot be for a longer time. Or a patient with a specific condition that cannot even take liquid. That is becoming exceptional. So that's why they will use the IV. Yeah, that's right. So still they hydrate him with the IV. So that's water. It's water. Purified water. So water can never get away from water at all. Doctor should never stop a patient to drink water. That can cause complications. If that doctor do that, please connect me to him. I will keep on chasing him, find him, not chasing by misfighting, no. Find, because I will try to find why he's doing that. Why he's doing information. Is misinterpretation of the information or is misconception or whatever it is.
Yeah, but I agree with the sister that even in Cardinal Santos, there are doctors there. When they have kidney failure patients, they completely restrict the intake of water for not only 1 week or 2 weeks, but 1 month. It goes beyond.
You are killing a patient.
And then the next thing we know, they are going through dialysis. They are going through dialysis 3 times a week.
Yeah. Any medical doctor, of course I know medical doctors now in our genetic medicine, so we have some medical doctors. Any medical doctor can explain why he's not, what is his opinion on that? I'm
against it.
Okay, thank you very much. You are originally medical doctor, isn't it?
I used to cut people.
Wow.
Being a surgeon.
See? Thank you very much. Yes, Sister Blanca, yeah, sorry.
I'm not a medical doctor.
Okay.
Anyway, you have enlightened me on what doctor turned into alternative practice
Yes.
had taught me before.
Yeah.
That water therapy could actually help a person be healed from cancer. taking water alone for several months.
You're talking about the other information that came from Wilbur Ellis? Water therapy?
Yes.
Or you're talking about what I'm talking about, hot water therapy? It's different?
No, it's different.
Okay.
Previous, several years ago that I learned from
Japanese research, yes.
Yes. But then now, as what sister, actually my opinion, or rather my question, has relation with people undergoing dialysis. Because I really do get confused when I go talk to clients and they tell me that the doctors would actually allow them only 3/4 liter of water a day. And we do know that people undergoing dialysis, one problem is high blood pressure. So with that limited water, what comes into my mind is how could a person detoxify his blood? No? So the more the person will become hypertensive. So, but then...
Sorry, you mean by allowing the patient to drink more water?
No, by making people drink less water. 3/4
But 3 liters is not less water. We're talking about 3 liters.
3/4 liter.
Whoa, 3/4.
That's about 3 cups. 3 cups.
Wow.
And
Wow.
there are doctors too who would tell the patient to drink more water.
Okay.
So my question now is, which is which?
Which is which? The one who said 3/4 of water, he need to be faced peacefully, of course, to change his concerns. From which scientific research has been proven that? Can you show him any scientific research proven that human to drink 3/4 water? 3/4? Talking about 750 milliliters? You are kidding a person. What I've been talking about and everything. So how can hormonal balance will happen? How can the blood, all this what's happening is, missing of water in the body. In general, when we talk about water. And that person at the same time, he is losing water every single day through different factors. Urine, you're losing water. Perspiring, talking, and so on. So we have various activities nowadays. We are not just lying down throughout the day and just lie down so we don't use any energy. We just lie down. Even that is even that there's still energy that it's calculated, but that's still the body. There's a kind of energy that's being at the time of rest. Still there's energy because the brain still function and even much relaxing. So there's no doctor should even never, as of course we have doctors here who are medically inclined. They as really accepting with the same concept that no doctor should ever advise a patient to drink 3/4 water to cut down such tremendously amount of food intake. But let me tell you one thing: never drink 1.5 liters of water every day. At a time, because you are overloading your kidneys. So you may cause the kidneys failure. Even with hot water. I had experience with some people, like mostly the layman people. I don't call layman, but you can say, okay, it's a normal language, or uneducated. Where they believe you touch their heart, they found the benefit. But because they have their own reason that they went out to work, I found them, they take a flask of hot water. Flask can make you, that's about 2.5 liters. And they drink before they go out. I said, no, they never do that. Don't ever do that. Do not take more than half liter of water in half an hour or 1 liter within a specific span of 1 hour. Give the chance your kidneys to have its function normally, not instead of overloading the kidneys. So the same with the hot water. But at the same time, remember this, it's a very important information. If you take your glass of hot water, the interval, if it goes beyond 3 hours, be ready, again I repeat it, you will really craving for food. You will be craving for food. More than 3 hours. So again, once you crave for food, remember to take your glass of hot water, because for a specific reason you are not supposed to exceed 3 hours without taking your glass of hot water. But there's some unavoidable circumstances. So you can take the no room temperature water, or if it's not available, the room temperature. So you have to drink the cold. But I was in some places, like I was in Sentosa Island, Singapore, they don't have except the cold. Everywhere I go is cold. So what I did, I just took the cold, because it's so hot, it was really hot weather. It was a midday. And then, what I did? I took the water, I hold like this for just only 5 minutes. thermogenesis. I transmitted the heat from my body because my body actually secretes heat, to try to regulate my body temperature. But the weather was really hot. Within a couple of minutes, the water went down immediately into room temperature. Because the cold water, once you bring from the refrigerator, the moment you put it in room temperature, see, it takes only minutes. For example, if anybody got cold water at the beginning, but I can see within a couple of minutes it goes regulate because it's thermoregulation. That's all. I think that's it.
Arrive at the hot water, you mentioned that it must be about 40 to 50 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
And then you have
Not
to
50, about 50 degrees because the
Yes.
makes a big
Now,
difference.
we have been taught
Yes.
in another class that
Yes.
water contains very valuable minerals, 60 or 70 of them. And many of these minerals become unabsorbable when subjected to temperatures exceeding 30 to 42 degrees centigrade. Are we not wasting the valuable minerals that we need for us to absorb and digest, especially the cholesterols?
Okay. No. Definitely you don't have to worry because all the minerals that we use.
Selenium, chromium,
Yes,
will
yes, magnesium and so on.
unabsorbable,
Yes.
temperatures exceeding
Yes.
30 to 42.
Let me tell you one thing. Your body has its own mechanism to flush out excessive. But the minerals that your body needs, they don't flush out. It's like when we talk about heat kills harmful bacteria. Why does it kill all the bacteria? We have the good bacteria, it's about harmful bacteria. Why specifically? This is ecological balance. So the same thing with your body. Your body gets rid of the excessive, a substance that could be harmful to you, but it will not flush out. Even in pH, we can be constant with much better. I mean, we can consider 7 with the hot water more than just take a normal room temperature. Yes, because it becomes energized water, so less acidic water.
This really runs counter to the trend today. For good health, there are only 3 rules. Eat raw because you need not render it subjected to temperatures of 40 degrees.
Okay. Yeah.
So the tendency to eat raw or unprocessed is really got to do with cooking.
Okay.
Checking anything about to a temperature about 40 degrees centigrade.
Yeah.
So confused.
Yeah.
This is totally the counter to the trend towards
Like information contradicted.
food.
Yeah.
Raw food. We eat eggs raw.
Yeah.
We eat bananas raw.
Okay.
We eat this raw. It's very bad to cook anything because it will make the minerals and especially the amino acids unabsorbable.
Yeah. I'm not really a specialist with the food nutrition system, but let me tell you, even raw food has been advised not to eat raw food because there are many reasons. I read about this, I think, but I did not try to memorize exactly what are the side effects of eating raw food, like raw meat or raw meat. I mean, not really raw, but half cooked meat and so on, like steaks and like that. But as far as I know, yes, there will be a lot of negative impact more than to say the protein and all these things are neutralized when the food is highly cooked. Yes, but we see like the vegetable. It's been proven, yes. Like vegetables, if they are not highly boiled, it doesn't lose the mineral and the nutrition that your body needs. But overcooking the vegetable, boiling the vegetable, yes, you lose the mineral because reaching a boiling point that is not advisable. So the same thing with the hot water. You're not drinking hot boiled water. You're drinking hot water. So there's no worry that those good minerals that your body needs will be flushed out. Because we're talking about the harmful, the toxic that your body gets rid of that, detoxify your body. Maybe I need to continue. Last
Would
question.
you like to rest a while before you continue?
No, it's okay. Maybe for some of you, take 5 minutes because somebody went to the restroom like that or small break. Yes. But for me, I'm okay. Yeah.
May I have your opinion about taking your own urine?
I read a lot about that. most especially when H1N1 was sprayed, and I was reading a lot of health articles, and I heard about in India also specifically, and they were advising, they put in the media that not to turn about to drinking their own urine. I cannot have any comments against that, because something came out of your body, but you made a good explanation that, you know, the urine that you drink is, of course, once it's already contaminated, that means your body with the infection, then you have explained it in your own professional way. You know, I will not say no, and at the same time I will not say yes unless I went deeply into finding out really how crucial it will be. Yeah, but you see, the substance from your body sometimes could be harmful to somebody, sometimes could be benefiting to your body. You know, so I even was thinking, actually, the information touched me from yesterday. Then I said, again, when you drink hot water, your urine turns light. So please try to do your research about that for people who drink hot water and with your professionalism, and about those who drink their own urine, and then people who just drink room temperature water, and people who drink cold water. Take three group. Don't take one or two, but take a group. And see the result. But I believe you'll find the result with hot water. It will be much better because for the reason I said, you know, they already detoxified, but so the body, I mean, the quantity of the toxins will be, volume of toxins will be much less. For the reason as you asked that question, because we can detect the infection of the urine, that is the chemical substance in our present in our body through the urine column. Yeah. So go ahead with your research, yes, and you believe on that, and people benefited, yes. I congratulate you. Yes. Okay, I will go to the next one. We'll talk about the harmful bacteria. Okay, it's about the sun bathing, lower high blood pressure, decrease the blood cholesterol. All these are researches by others. Lowers the high blood sugars. Of course, it decreases the blood cholesterol, that which is the cause of many arterial disease. Increase the white blood cells in our body. Yeah. Sunlight to the body dramatically lowers, of course, that's what we talk about. Yes. Okay, next. Okay. The sun also lowers high blood sugars, and they provide more oxygen to the body through the blood, because as we said about water, the blood is 92% water, and the temperature of the blood is 38 degrees Celsius. So when you're in the sun bath, yes, it will cause, of course, it will produce more oxygen. As we again talk about the water, H2O, so hydrogen and oxygen, it burns or bonds, they split it through the heat energy. So sun is one of the heat energy that will benefit you. But again, we talk about this sun you're getting from the sun, but you do not expose yourself too much. But enjoy your sun bathing, yes, and with the hot water, because you already do it naturally, the sun bathing. I wanted to show you this related with the hot water. Yeah. Next, please. Okay, all this about the sun bathing, as you can see, calm the nerves, increase the, that's very important, adrenaline, and also it has effect with the curing psoriasis, acne. Myself, I was diagnosed with psoriasis. Maybe it could be because of stress and so on. So I just used the hot water therapy through the towel therapy, or the hydrothermal towel therapy. With the testimony, it's there. You can see how my skin was really affected and already grown up. I mean, the psoriasis. A couple of months, it's gone completely, and it never come back. Why? Because psoriasis is one of the reasons is stress, and most of people it goes, especially in their life, with stress. So if you do that every single day, I mean, the moment as I explained to you, the hot water therapy, the hot water towel therapy, or the hydrothermal towel therapy, every day, that 4 minutes which I explained, yes, it will prevent you even to have the psoriasis. Yeah, and apart from curing, and any person who has a psoriasis, please do an experiment. You can see. Of course, there is a kind of itchiness, and we start to rub, and then it causes more infection. It will spread more. You can see a person already with psoriasis. Take a hot water, but don't burn it, towel, and then put it on there and start to rub slightly. You'll see him say, I feel relaxed now. I don't feel more rashes. And you see it start to pop up. The pimples look like the pimples, the rashes, and you start to improve. But it will take time, of course. It takes up to 6 months. Because, you know, there is no cure for psoriasis so far under the modern medicine. They proclaim that, and 138 million people are infected with psoriasis. And that's the problem of psoriasis. It's not actually a bad disease, but the problem, it affects, you know, the person's personality. Because it's unexposed. It's not in the inner side. You cannot hide it. So you see, like women, they try to cover, even it's hot, they cover the you know, the hands, the wear long. They are not enjoying because they feel very complex when they expose the skin because there's no treatment for that, you know, and then it just goes like that, and it goes throughout their life. I mean, you can imagine once it started psoriasis. And there are people who have psoriasis for as long as 20 years and so then. But let him convince him, let him start to the. But as you know, it's not only about the external healing. Again, we talk about methods of drinking hot water, as for inner healing, and of course for the external healing as we explained. Can I go next? Yes. Okay, sunlight also strengthens the body immune system, partly due to the fact that sunlight is striking the body, increasing the number of white blood cells in the body. These are, of course, the white fighter cells that resist infection. The immune system, of course, through the white blood cells. Bones calcium, yeah. Okay, in children, very important is about children. In children without adequate sunlight, we have realized this in hospital, newly born children, they first problem with jaundice. Because children, when they don't have adequate sunlight, they have a problem with vitamin D that's needed to calcify the bones, and which is not present in the proper amounts for the body to lay down calcium in the bones and they bend them more easily. And with the adults, of course, there will be more other problems with the bones because there's not enough vitamin D. And vitamin D is through the skin, you know, we produce the hydrogen, those kind of hydrosulfates. Okay, we see that. And not big for so the vitamin plays a big role, of course, with a lot of preventing us from many diseases, including because of like osteoporosis and other bone-related problems, because of the calcium leaves the bones and becomes softer. So it's make it flexible, make it a little bit flexible. So that's why in my case, like for example, when I fall down, I don't have a fracture. It happens several times, I don't have fracture. Because my bones, for the 60s of course, it has hot water helped me to hydrate the bones and with other benefits, and also the periosteum and the thickening of the bones has increased. And what happened is that my bones tend to become more flexible, not just to become rigid. So risk of a fracture, most especially when you are more than 40 years old. But with children, we realize even the fall, children as young as 10, 12, they have a fracture because of course, as we said, dehydration. So children, this was discovered by a nurse in the UK. She found that newly born children, they're exposed to sunlight will solve the problem of curing jaundice. And this happening mostly with the newly born babies. So we can see that we can apply that one, or we can also use the hydrothermal towel therapy, but you make sure to newly born baby, check as a mother, make sure the temperature is controlled, and then rapidly. And you can see the newly born babies, they are always recommended to give them shower with the hot water, not the cold water. Otherwise they will have hypothermia and there will be a problem. So it's a way of maintaining the baby's temperature. So as a mother or assistant, there is help the baby to through the hydrothermal therapy by just inducing the heat slightly, most especially with the way he's having the jaundice. Yeah, it helps to heal the wounds, yes. I even tried with the hot water. Yes, whenever I have a wound cut, immediately start to flow the blood. Immediately, and it started to help the cells to multiply quickly and to cover the wounds within a couple of days. That's also, as you can see from the benefits of sunlight. The source and also suffers, ulcers. The greater blood supply to the wounded body area. Sunlight helps destroy poisonous chemicals, lead, mercury, cobalt, manganese, cadmium, fluoride, benzene, and pesticides, which are actually from the environment, mostly where the environment is. We can solve the gout, increasing uric acid excretion, heal the wounds, sores, and soften ulcers. Greater blood. Basal metabolism, okay, it's happening when more calories are burned. and that will lead it. So Dr. Robert Bradley, a doctor that is in 1798, he discovered that women who are exposed to sunlight, then lastly, I mean, of course, pregnant women, they are likely less to tear during childbirth. So, and the skin becomes more flexible and less brittle or rigid. So that's the reason why when we advise expectant mothers to use the hot water, they experience the same reason, the same effect, but much better. But when you talk about sunlight, it's all about thermogenesis, getting the heat from the sun to your body, to the mother's expectant mother. Okay, and then when you do, she will do it through the hot water therapy, which is very easy in front of the eyes, in front of the home, everywhere. Yes, that's what we've experienced. Yes, mothers are so overexcited because this is one of the greatest things to women when they have a childbirth without pain, without pain. Okay, next, please. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Too much exposure to sunlight, of course, can cause skin cancer. Now, what happened? Of course, if you're not eating healthy food, a diet, and if you are getting too much sunlight on your skin, your chances of developing skin cancer are because of dehydration. So you expose your body, so the metabolism effect happening. All the water, your body has been used to produce energy, and you get the benefit of the sunlight. But keeping your skin exposed to the sunlight and it become dehydrated, then you do not compensate. They do not hydrate, you become dehydrated. That's the problem. It's the problem of dehydration. It's not the problem of the sunlight. Yeah. Sunlight cannot cause cancer. But it became a commercialized to sell the product that use as a sunblock, and sunblock has been found that is the one actually causing a cancer. The reason because it prevented the body to provide the vitamin D that it needs. So it blocks. It blocks. So you are blocking the sun, but the side effect will be worse than what you. Now, serotonin, of course, everybody knows that serotonin is responsible for controlling our mood, even individuals, endorphin, of course, adrenaline. It's well known that with people who are exposed to sun bath, they are less, they have more hormonal balances and they have better mood. So, and it also gives you a good sleep in the night, so away from preventing insomnia. Of course, skin irritations and acne and rashes and all this eczema. Liver function, of course, breakdown waste toxins, toxins, and that help to cure many diseases, including cancer. So we're going to talk about cancer, we talk about hydrogen and so on. So remember, now with this about hot water hydrating, now we cover the controversies that the pharmaceutical industry were using, that sunbathing and so on and so on. Now the problem will be solved by just encouraging people to go to hydrate and enjoy the sunbathing. Hydrate your body. You need to hydrate. Much better, of course, with the hot water, even during sunbathing. Yes. Okay. Next, please. Next. Yeah, just look at something now. Yes. We talk about increased white blood cells count, also for the blood circulation, attaining essential nutrient. Vitamin D, of course, is very important for body, to regulate the body immune system. Increase calcium absorption, strong bones, avoid kidney stones, diabetes, obesity. The vitamin D also, which is D3, improves the cognitive functions, something good for the brain, and that can help people with Alzheimer's disease. That is, people with having Alzheimer's, they are recommended to go to the sun, to do sunbathing. So the hot water can have effective. But as I was talking about, my father-in-law was a little bit, it's not Alzheimer's, but it could lead to Alzheimer's because of old age. That's a problem that a lot of old age, because that is the complete dehydration they went through. You know, again, we go back, and that's what is being connected with the free radical cells damage and so on. That can prevent Alzheimer's. course, vitamin D we talk about. The vitamin D is a more important supplier in overall healthy immune system, an effective antimicrobial agent, producing 200 to 300 different antimicrobial peptides in your body that kill viruses, bacteria, and fungi. A skin oil exposed to sunlight produces cholesterol sulfate. That's what you're talking about. Cholesterol sulfate. That's, of course, the cholesterol sulfate will help for the vitamin D production, which plays an important role in reducing LDL cholesterol associated with the cardiovascular disease. So, of course, he was a medical doctor, but now he's an alternative medicine, Dr. Marsola, very known person in the US. The existing medical establishment is responsible for killing and permanently injuring millions of Americans. Dr. Marsola is the chairman of the Family Medicine Department of St. Louis Lexus Medical Center. Okay, now we're done with that sun bathing. Now we talk about heat. So all of the things that relate to the hot waters. So, as we were talking about before, boiling water is one of the best methods to purification of water. I think in the Philippines here, mostly they use that method. Effective in killing and inactivating most bacteria and viruses, pathogens. Yeah, most certain way of killing nearly all microorganisms. You see, water, when it reaches 70 degrees, which is 160 Fahrenheit, that's enough to kill almost all pathogens within 30 minutes. Yeah. And when it's 100 degree boiling point, or 212 Fahrenheit, it destroys all pathogens. All pathogens. So enjoy your water, just boil it when it's down. Drink the hot water, take the water that you feel that's accessible, that you can afford. Yeah. Do not increase your bill, pocket bill, and then maybe, because you need to increase your hot water. Maybe some of them do not achieve the 3 liters of water, and of course hot water. Yeah. Question? Yes. Yes. Yeah. We still have how long? 5 minutes. Oh.
What can you say about the water? Yeah. Also, the water purified water that we buy from the water station, and also the bottled water that we buy from the supermarket.
Yes. Yeah. I will tell you one thing. That's because well known. That's bottled water. Is mineral water. It's quite much better. But today you see commercial. They come in the various commercial companies. Some of them they put too much chlorine. Some they put too much preservative. So if you have start to put your diet in that, you'll end up having worried to drink water because you say, oh, I cannot drink water because that's what I could have access with, and the water I don't trust, because many controversies with the different companies about water and so on. So again, I repeat it. The water that you believe is safe for drinking, even if it's unsafe, that you can afford, the moment you reach boiling point, that's enough for all pathogens to be destroyed. So you have a safer water the more you drink it hot. And you can see that experiment even with the deposit of minerals at the bottom when it's Can I go faster? So because there are some important topics at least. Let's go to the next. We talk about the Earth speed, of course. That's you can see the tremendous energy that you receive from the Earth speed. 108 degrees, 1,000 kilometers per hour. Okay, we talk about energy, so let's quickly see. We can have a look quickly so that we say, because we run out of time. Vasodilation is very important, vasoconstriction, vasodilation, as you know, and this is happening, very important, is that what happened, where vasodilation is a way of dilation it's happening when you have dilation of the blood vessels. That's what's happening. Is actually the body try to get to remove the excessive energy or heat by through vasodilation. And but what happened? That's why when you see somebody doing a body exercise, he turns red, or if he was in a heat. So that red is because the dilation of the blood vessels. That happening that there's excessive energy, heat that going out to the surface of the skin, making it to look red. Vasoconstriction, of course, is the other way around, because during cold, we see it happened, the blood veins will start to close up to try to preserve the energy. So the body trying to not to lose the energy during cold, because we are not prone to live the cold. Cold can affect us in many ways. Next, please. Faster. Standing by already, and we ask it, come on, time is out. Okay. All right, let's go to the next. Of course, this kind of different electrotherapy, that's what others talking about. It's all related with the, therapy is a thermo, or it's a heat. Therapy is a healing. So it's all about the thermals. You see all this energy healing, thermotherapy, all these things. Those electromagnetic field therapy, and so on, magnetotherapy, all this. Magnetotherapy was not proven really viable. I think there were some companies doing some selling the magnet and so on, saying it can help a lot. But that magnet was not enough to produce the energy that the body needs. So a small magnet, it was proven that was not really that much effective. But some people say they benefit, but it's because that there is still from the magnet that produce the energy that it needs a kind of energy, but that energy was not that much. But still, okay, next please. Okay, that's one. So, okay, next, please. Okay, let's go to the next. That's what Dr. Genevieve was talking about body work. Okay, that's about how hot water can help you to increase your brain, to make you to achieve brainstorming, to make you to have a better thinking, and so on. That can change your life in terms of your living with the surrounding society, coping with the difficulties and the challenges, and so on with the other. But it's very important as they came with different scientists with different information about sunbathing, about heat, and so on, like the University of Illinois. They found that the children exposed to the sunbathing, they are having better improvement day faster. So, as you can see, Dr. Kumar, okay. All right, so go to the next. Okay, that's about, okay, well, we see that what can have a positive effect on the brain. Okay, we're going to some time. We need to try to. I don't know if I will go with the testimony. You wanted to see the testimony, or because, okay, next. You could see some people with HIV, low cholesterol, other. You see the medical results before and after. But I don't know if we have that time. Okay. Methods of drinking alcohol, I don't know if you wanted to know about that. That's quite important because there's some time that you need to divide. Yes. In the morning, standing position. Again, I repeat it. Don't ask me why, because now the time you can ask me later. Okay. Standing position before brushing your teeth in the morning. The moment you wake up, half liter of glass of water. If you can afford that, okay. For a person who is sick, okay, just sit and drink sitting. But it's much better to drink it before brushing teeth. And 3 glasses of at least throughout the morning, so you split. You don't drink at once. 1 glass, that's very important. 15 to 30 minutes, as we explained before from Dr. English, but we change, we substitute the water, here the root brushing to hot water. 2 glasses at least throughout the evening, best if 4. 1 glass before bed, but not immediately, because you will complain that, it disturbs your sleeping. So make it like the last intake of you, for your body, it should be hot water. Do not make it, the food and then you go to sleep. It's just better to have hot water. But keep it, this is at least interval time, about 1 hour at least, before going to sleep. Yeah, now you see the temperature we have explained about it. The quantity is about 300 milliliters, but if you use 500, then you can cut down the quantity. When I say here, it's about 10 glasses, which is about, again, 10 times 300 milliliters, about 3 liters. So if you use 500 milliliters, and then you can cut down because you have many reasons. Time of you can have 6 glasses of half liter. That's okay. So in this case, you can have in the morning, then you have 1 throughout the morning. that one in the morning, and then 1 splitting throughout the morning, and then before you meal, so it become 4, and then in the evening you can have 1, so it become 5, and the night you can have 1. So right before dinner, you have 6. Right, and then before sleeping, 1 hour you can have even half glass. It will be much better. Yeah, disease is cured during with of course we can go through that. We found a lot of diseases: asthma, hypertension, diabetes mellitus, migraine, anemia, back pain. I used to have a series of terrible back pain. Never come back. All the diseases I used to encounter, chronic disease, never come back without any drugs. for 6 years, and I have a medical report there with a testimony. Okay. Okay, next. Faster. You can see, okay. That's methods of hydrothermal steam therapy. I cannot explain. If you wanted to ask, later on, you can ask. If anybody wants the book, of course the book doesn't have all this information. It's theoretical mostly, but it will give you the guidance, what will happen to you, the hormonal balances and so on. It will understand you that you're going through the transformation and what will be the benefits and so on. Yeah, that's the hydrothermal power therapy. Because here they're using some sophisticated machines. But you can do that in your own homes. Yeah. Okay, food to avoid, food to take. Faster. Okay, let just a quick look here. The food and drinks too. Of course, prevention is better than cure. It's much way to help your body. No, not to avoid it. Before one was to take. The one before. Just put some stars. Start is do not make it a daily concept that you're taking ice cream 3-4 times a day. Make it just that your body need for ice cream, go for ice cream, but don't make it you see here at the end is hot water. I will recommend it, it's much better. It's a way of going to proper nutrition. Next please. To avoid, of course, alcohol, soft drinks. Soft drinks, very important alcohol. Let me tell you one thing. People who drink alcohol and smoking and all this and soft drinks, believe me, you start, I mentioned in my book, Body and Soul, you start to feel your body start to reject. So it's up to you. So either to continue your alcohol and leave the hot water or take the hot water to start to control. So you may end up having that alcohol for fun, but not already anymore for overdrinking. Because again, you will go into hormonal balances. Start to understand you with inner side about yourself. Who are you, who you want to be, and what are your dreams? It's not to put your stress in alcohol, on smoking, and say, okay, I cannot control it. Because it's a body and soul. I explained in my book that they go like twins. Every human being is being born as a body and soul. You are twins as much as you live, with soul cancer, of course, to join you, the body when you were born, and when you die, the soul never dies. It's well known. It just, okay, everybody knows. So the body is the one that, okay. So they go together. I can explain to you later on, sometime, how the body, they need to go together. Body and soul as twins and how to control. We're talking about the workshop is one way of a body and soul. That you're trying to bring the relationship with the surrounding society, in the family, with the environment, to try to bring it to body and soul, body language and so on. So try to understand always body and soul, they go together. But there's a deep explanation about that, how when the body contradicts with the soul, it will go worse because imbalancing, and also the soul contradicts with the body. So they need to go together. Twins. Yeah, okay, right? Yeah. Next please. Okay. Oh, Dr. Masaro Remote. Everybody knows about Dr. Masaro Remote. He did PhD from IBAM. I came to know Dr. Masaro. I mean, IBAM from Dr. Masaro Remote because I was really a follower of him. Next, of course, you see water. Whatever the water say, water has memory. The moment, whatever the water say, the water will act accordingly. And that is true, not only because just what his extensive research he made, but it's also that water in your body that is represented by 75% water. And that when, what I'm talking, everything the water will say, how that water, good word and bad word, that the brain will differentiate between this good word, he said good word, and he said bad word. You know, how accordingly they go into the impulse system to the brain to act accordingly. So based on that, is the brain receiving that through the hormonal, transported through to the blood, reaching the brain impulse, and according to the what has been said. So that can also help you to control yourself, to try that is sometimes, of course, to sacrifice to make a better world. Okay, that's why you can see water. When you say nice water, yes, water is a miracle. You need to believe. Even with all religions, no religion, nobody will ever say water is not a miracle. Okay. We don't need to read. But side effect of cold water and so on. Okay, testimony. Can I have 3 minutes?
Yeah, go ahead.
Families? Oh, families. Testimonies. I believe that. Quickly, do you mind? Okay. We have exceeded the time. Oh, thank you. This is the medical report from the medical committee. They provided to me that for the last 2 years at that time on the issue, I've been taking only 8 glasses of hot water without any medication. Imagine medical committee to give that one. And I was diagnosed, of course, with that problem. Lumbago, asthma, migraine, and it became one into another. And when I was using drug, to tell you the truth, medicine, that's where it went worse. Because I used to be health conscious, and this history from the childhood, I have a phobia, fear of any sickness, because from the parents, my mother Muslim. So, because of that, so when I was taking the drugs, it makes situation worse. To tell you the truth, it went worse, and I started to lose hope. So from there, that made me feeling of the subconscious, that a waiting dream from the childhood. Then I came to, of course, discover the hot water. It was an experiment of that I can explain now. I cannot explain now. So, of course, they were shocked to see myself. Okay, that's about my psoriasis. You can see. December 2009, 2010, June, just exactly 6 months. It's gone. Okay, next please. 125 million people and 7.5 to 8.5 million Americans suffer from psoriasis. No cure for psoriasis. Next please. Okay, this is about my wife, Gloria. She had cholesterol of 7.44. She's a nurse, but she did take out medicine, and within a couple of years, she completely until now never come back. From that time, it never come back. Her cholesterol is normal, changed her life, and we never used drugs at all. Next please. Okay, this is about the hemoglobin. Somebody, her father-in-law, has increased from 9.1 to 11. You can see just in a short period of about 7 months. Hemoglobin. It has increased. An old man, at that time, is 84 years old. Next, please. Okay, Sami, my son. He looks Filipino. Okay, you can see here the scarlet fever. You can see in 4 days. In 4 days. Next, please. You can see the rashes. Just see before and after. You can see more than a picture, as you can see. And you can see the skin glowing on after that. It's just 4 days only. Yes. And scarlet fever is well known, very dangerous for children. Okay, all right, next please. Okay, this is the doctor. Even he was frightened, and he didn't want to put in the system because computerized system. Because he kept to tell me by side, I mean, I came to understand that he will be subject to inquiry by the medical committee because doctors are not supposed, I mean, they're supposed to follow the rules and regulations of the hospital to give the prescription according to what the medical committee has, you know, and that is controlled by the WHO. So that's what they say when I meet with Minister of Health and so on with my issue. So anyway, he wrote there by pen, by himself, and he signed that he said that the patient came again to accident emergency on so on. The parent did not give the antibiotic and throat swab reported as growth or strep parogens. They said they treated him with hot water. He looks well with normal examination. That's the medical report. Okay, next please. Of course, he was given an antibiotic we never used. That's of course a testimony from a Canadian teacher who, since she was born, she's 39 years old, she lost all hope. She has a lot of complications, hypertension, of course, 8 years, gastroenteritis. She suffered from gastroenteritis. She never found any hope. 39 years old, and that's what she wrote. Next, please. She changed, so far she said, my life has changed. That's what, of course, she came to. She used to have a problem of gastric acid, and most especially when she eats food. Okay, next, please. Okay, she said, what happened to her? She stopped the hot water. When she was cured, then the problems that sometimes have to come back again. Then I told her, you're not supposed to stop. So, okay, next please. Okay, this is about cholesterol. Somebody has cholesterol was 5.6 and went down to 3.8. This is HDL. Next please. Next please. Okay. Of course, somebody was diagnosed with stones with just only a couple of days. Completely it went out. It's just only hot water. This is a person with the HIV. Of course, was using insulin, and they stopped using insulin, and the patient went to normal. And so far, he never uses insulin anymore. Next, please. Okay, this is very important. But somebody has HIV. You can see the viral load reaches 33,000 something. Okay, everybody knows the viral load once it that is quite high. But within just a couple of months, the viral load it went down, as you can see, to 6,000. You can imagine, 6,000, and the weight is increased. She was the measure there, you know, her weight. She gained appetite. Her weight increased 68 kilograms. She's a woman. Okay, so you can imagine 6,400 from 33,000. Just how many months? November 2009 to June 2010. Yeah, that's exactly what 6 months, 7 months. Yes, please, next. Okay, as about myself, because I used to use contact lens for about 25 years until now, I'm using contact lens. You can see my vision because I'm using the steam therapy. It cleans my eyes, it put me in better vision. So what happened? My visual acuity increased. I mean, went down. I mean, improved. The reading was 5.5 on the right, and it went down to 4. You can imagine how by 1 point something. The left 4.75 to 3.5. That's now. So now I'm 3.5 and 4. I'm using contact lens. Next, please. I think we're almost done. This somebody was. It was a talk of the media, and he wanted to bring to the media because he said, "You changed my life. Please, I want to." So the media reported. They wrote all the history and the story about him, that he lost all hope about his diabetes, and he used to reach it very high. Because you see the. And of course, he was completely cured. And he mentioned about the hospital. He said, "Anybody who doesn't believe me, please go take my father in the hospital and see the result there with the medical checkup." Yeah. Okay. This is okay. We're almost done. Okay. This is about myself. 63 checkup. Well, blood cell, red blood cell, you name it. All this, if you see, it's a normal range. Go please next. Normal range. You can see, okay, it's showing the normal range and so on. The results. Okay. You can see there. If you wanted to have it copy, no problem. Okay. Okay. Everything was negative. Everything was normal. Completely. Nothing. Yeah. Completely. You can see. Okay, now we'll not talk about scientific personal researches, and we'll not talk about history about this discovery, how it happened, our discovery. We need to conclude our speech. Forgive me for talking too fast. Forgive me if I've hurt some of you to say some words that I do not intend. We are not perfect. We do our best. It's just trying to share the information, and I wish that we interact more and more. You have my email. Please, if you go to the last one, just if somebody wants to write my email, if you go to the last one, you can press Control N. Oh yeah, that's my email. The first website was the main one to provide with information. Sorry. Yeah, and the second website was specifically done for the book, because the book was launched in the US with the author Faris. They have a technology, they print on demand. So once you order the book, they print it and they send it to you. They don't make huge quantity and keep on the stores, you know. So if you want to order the book, anyway, through the website, the second website, that's the email. That's my cell phone in Oman, because here it's only temporary. I just only came here for 2 weeks. 99, 00, 55, 6. Of course, the code number in Oman is 968. So it's a double. It's easy to remember. Question?
No. One
question?
One question. One last question.
Yes, one last question.
We remove the pathogens by boiling the water. But at the same time, we remove the minerals. What is the issue?
See, boiling water is not the way of getting the mineral. No scientific research has proven that when you boil the water, the minerals are neutralized. No. I don't agree with that one. I never came with that. I mean, some of them trying to come with the advertising way of, because especially in the Philippines. In the Philippines, because the companies were making water bottles, they wanted to make money. So what they're trying to say, and most of the people here, they want to use the water that's purified through the water boiling. So they try to make it to increase the business by telling that way that water by just boiling will affect the pH and so on, and most of the minerals are, but that's not true. That's not true. So if that's true, 6 years I have lost most all my minerals in my body. You can see I've been drinking how many glasses? 6. Just here, and when I came, I drink water. So that's my life every day. So if I would have lost my mineral, you should see with me 6 years, and also family, and also many people. The website, you go to the YouTube, you can see, I do not use any means of advertisement. It has reached 700,000 for just only a couple of 2 years, 700 from 187 countries, including the North Pole. I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about all total that I'm trying to bring to the world that there is a healing for the people. And of course, I recommend other kind of alternative medicine as a natural healing and with its preventive benefits. That's the story. For sister. If you don't mind, for sister. Yes.
He could answer you down there, okay? All right. Sorry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I really, you say a word about, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Let me give this certificate of appreciation, Philippine College for the Advancement of Medicine Foundation Incorporated. is hereby awarded to Faris Hadjir for being a research speaker in the workshop, The Science and Benefits of Hot Water Therapy, 12th Annual Conference Program, The Power of Natural Healing, signed Dr. Robin Navarro, President, and Dr. Erwin Torres, Conference Chairman.